been using my gift card, and it only had like $2.30 left on it. And like I got.
Hey, we're live. Hey, everybody! Welcome back to the Wayward 7. My name is Will, the Forever DM, as always, and I am still sunburnt.
Personal information.
I love it. Yeah, we're not talking about personal information here, but anyway, welcome back to the Wayward 7. Thank you so much for tuning in once again tonight. We have another exciting episode. That episode being number
17.
17.
Wait, I thought it was 16.
Yeah.
17?
17.
Pretty sure it's 20.
No, it is 17.
Sure.
17 and a half, probably.
This is our 100th episode.
17.
Hey! No,
all 1,000 of our episodes.
17, I'm pretty sure. Welcome back to episode 17. So before we get started tonight, just a couple things. First, if you'll notice, our lovely guest star, Keegan.
Oh,
Evan and Jack are back.
Okay, I'm back.
Camera's on you. You want to take it away?
Still missing Darby. Not entirely sure when she'll be back.
Hopefully soon.
But soon as she can.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we have some very important matters to discuss because you may or may not remember. On February 2nd, it was Groundhog Day. And on that holiday, I told you if I saw my shadow, we would have 6 more weeks of episodes. And I did indeed see my shadow because it's a ridiculous holiday, and who wouldn't see their shadow? I mean, even if it's Groundhog, you're always going to see your shadow. It's a stupid holiday.
It's behind
you. It's the best American holiday.
That being said,
I trust Phil.
that was 6 weeks ago. And so now, the time has come to renew your contract. So I will dictate the terms of the contract, and if at any point you object, then we'll renegotiate. So,
Seems fair.
with that being said,
Really civil about it.
you will subscribe to this channel. No objections. Okay. You will turn on the bell for notifications.
It's a bit too much to ask out of you.
No objections. And you'll like this episode as well, and any of the future ones that come out, which you will be notified about because
And the past ones.
you have, and the past ones, because you have that subscription and the bell turned on.
Right.
Any objections?
I didn't think
Hearing
so.
none, we will move forward. This contract is sealed with not blood. I'll sign. I'll sign for both of us.
Jack's ready to go. That's a lot of signatures.
Pleasure doing business, sir.
And our contract is renewed until I see fit to end this agreement. Thank you for your time.
Your soul is signed.
Wow. Okay. Thank you guys. Lauren, Keegan, you guys have anything to say?
In the fine print of that contract, you also have to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Wayward 7.
Should have read the fine print.
Should have read the fine print. You also have to like, comment, suggest things on there too.
Oh yeah, lots of suggestions. I appreciate.
We would love
Oh, yeah.
suggestions. If y'all have any
Video
fun
ideas?
video ideas, if you want to see certain
If you want some
things.
battle royales.
Yeah, if you want battle royales, anything. Only if you sign this contract and do everything we say.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't do that,
Do
you
it.
will be in
It
your
only
bed.
says stuff we're allowed.
He says you don't have to sign with blood, but I do.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Lauren's gotten serious. I think that's time for that's the cue.
We are getting canceled.
I'm the
no,
only
but seriously
woman
though,
here. I have
if
to be strong.
if you guys do want some other content, like such as battle royales, perhaps some one shots with some other guests who might have made appearances and are in the race,
Or
not getting
something
bored.
with some other DM.
or something with some other DMs.
Give him a break.
I've been DM for a while.
Pick one of the main cast out to DM, and maybe we'll
Vote
do that.
on your favorite cast member. Keegan.
Well, hang on.
I would,
Easy
yes,
kid, yeah.
I will open a poll on Instagram for you to vote for your favorite person, favorite cast member to DM aside from Will.
This is
If you want to
unscripted, but I'm
see,
so happy.
if you want to see him be chaotic as a player, which is
Make
a lot
Will
to
be an
ask.
option too, though. You can vote for
You
Will
can
to
vote-
stay
you
as
can
the
vote
forever
for me
DM.
If, I would appreciate it.
Personally, I'll.
Anyway,
vote.
I think we're all.
What would this guy do?
We ready to start tonight's episode?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Evan,
let's just get
right into
Yeah.
I'm voting Evan for the DM.
That's something that I completely missed. I was looking at
You had to be there.
Probably right.
We're all stuck in this.
All right,
show.
so last time we left off, the party narrowly escaped the clutches of the advisory. Nastani calling in her last and only favor from her mentor, Eris. So, with that, she teleported in and brought you somewhere safe. The above grounds of Pluter Hole. The large stony outcropping. You guys made your way from the top of this to the elevator, having brief conversations, discussing the ideas of taking things from the advisory and keeping them for a while for funsies.
It was so fun.
Listen, some
You
things
guys
are necessary.
Discuss journals, maps, the origin of maps, and there was a brief fight over some amulets that spiraled somewhat out of control.
I took it too long.
That being said, sorry, he did something completely distracted me. Anyway, that being said, you guys went down, returned to the Whitewood, to Burt Pierce, to discuss some of the things you're selling, some of the jobs that you were on, and your failure to complete them. But luckily, Eris gave you some money to bail yourselves out.
Bribe.
Not necessarily bribe. She gave you money to buy a cart and some ember coals, but you guys opted to instead use it as bribery.
I mean, in a way, we
to sell
did
him
buy his
some
car off of
additional
him.
illegal items.
We
That
don't know
being
that.
said, you guys then had some major shopping sprees here. Everybody mostly getting something. But with that being said, everything spent, you headed towards where you presume is the strangest tavern in town, where you would hope to find Grigori, at the Ixtor Morel. And so, heading back up through the spires, the dusty air clogs your throats for but a minute. The smell of baked goods as you walk through the marketplace gives you a brief reprieve from the sulfurous fumes that kind of reek from the mines and the forges down below. So, as you come across what appears to be a large stone mushroom as described, hanging down from the ceiling, you see lights at the bottom of it shining out. People walking by, chatter, conversation, liveliness to this tavern. What are you guys doing?
Is there any instruments?
You guys aren't inside yet, but if you'd like to, you can.
I say we go with haste.
We gotta get
Definitely
in and find
walking
Grigori.
inside looking for
Grigori.
old Greggy.
Alright, so
Favorite guy.
I also think we shouldn't like draw any attention to ourselves because we are hunted by the.
is it kind of like a or is
Definitely
it more like
not. We. Everyone shroud yourselves with my
Like,
12-foot body and giant blue
body.
scales.
Okay, there's some math going on there, but so regardless though, you kind of calmly enter the doors and see that it's actually a staircase that leads directly down through this stem-like structure. And as you kind of walk down the spiraling staircase, eventually you kind of come to this kind of grander interior. There are no rooms in this place, but it does seem to be a tavern of sorts. Perhaps there are more below, but it is a very lively atmosphere. The room itself is conical in shape, and you kind of see where the morel itself would have natural holes seem to kind of be these open windows of sorts. There's railing, but you could definitely just, there tripping hazards could be a big problem, especially for heavy drinkers.
I'm not gonna trip, but I am gonna look for Grigori.
Okay, so as you kind of are standing on the balcony on one of the several rings that kind of go up the side, you see the bottom floor of this tavern. You see that there are other teams there, many of them in fact. You see that there are lots of different sorts of figures. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Do we recognize any of these teams?
Make a perception check.
Maybe you might do
Can
better
I
than me.
pick up an instrument?
Do you have an instrument? No.
10.
There's not any
Oh, okay.
lying on it. It's not like
Can
a
I?
flute lying on the
Oh.
ground.
Can I just start
Better than me.
opera singing?
Sure. If you want, make a performance check.
10.
10.
Net 20 plus 4.
Okay.
I'll sing the bass
Alright.
notes.
What
in
do you
the
roll,
opera.
Jen?
A 9.
A
Can't
9.
even talk face.
You sing the song of your owl people, and you hear a voice from down below. Shut up down there!
Didn't we just say not to draw attention to us?
Drawing attention.
We just said
It comes everywhere we go.
just for evidence.
As soon as we opened the door.
I would like to.
The music continues.
Did I?
but
I couldn't find him.
those two first. I would say. You know Gregory is more of a secretive person. He tries to kind of, not necessarily disguise himself, but he has a very inconspicuous kind of appearance to him.
Darrow, I can't find him.
Icarus, as you look down, you recognize, I would say you rolled a nat 20 plus 4, 24 total. You recognize several groups. The most noticeable person you do recognize, however, is Hest Allbreaker, as he is kind of sitting at one of the larger tables, as several groups are kind of over there talking to him. He's seems to be moreover reserved and kind of quiet, kind of just giving simple nods or grunts, but several groups are talking to him. You recognize some of the members of the Oloni brothers, as well as some of the other. Of course, you see many that you did originally see at the beginning of the race. However, there is one that particularly catches your eye.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You see, kind of off in one of the under one of the balconies. Sorry, I had to visualize that. Under one of the balconies, you see what appears to be a knight in full gold, kind of shining armor. A large, kind of imposing figure, kind of hunched over, just kind of ruminating with a cup of deep red wine. Next to them, you see a fellow in kind of white and green vestiges, calmly sipping on what appears to be some hot brewed tea. Unsure if he brought it himself, but
probably.
And the final figure sitting at the table seems to be a more or less exhausted, kind of, if not a little sleepy, fellow who resembles Nastani to a degree. Darker hair, darker eyes, just kind of looking about. You see that some people are over there talking to them. And while you see that the knight is kind of freely just giving conversation, as well as the fellow in the green kind of robes, the boy is kind of just passing out.
Aw. The
But
kindest you will ever
I would
be.
say those are the people that you recognize. Although I will say there's another person that you recognize. One sitting at the bar. You see the kind of long pink braided hair, deep red skin, and the horns that kind of stick out from the rest of the group. And there is an odd kind of bubble around this person, but you do recognize Khalees sitting at the bar.
Okay, perfect. Okay. I'm going to walk directly to Khalees.
Are you going
Do
to
you
relay
wanna sing?
any
Is she a
information?
song?
I do not. I will,
Two birds.
I guess I'll kind of tell at least the other 3 foreigners, be like, I see Khalees. And then just head for her.
Okay.
Because I know nothing else, I can't see anything. I'm going to follow blindly.
I would say if you point them out, you can see them.
Yeah, I guess as we're,
Yeah.
so I say I see Khalees and we go down, and then like maybe I assume there's a staircase or something.
Yeah, there's a kind of spiral.
As we're going down the staircase, I'm going to kind of point out all the people that we recognized, or I recognized anyway.
I'm gonna grab an ale at the bar,
Alright.
nonchalantly. Maybe not even join them, just let them do their thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Just kind of blending.
I'm going to sit with him and I'm going to order... What am I going to order? I'm going to see if I can order tea.
So, so most of you go down there. Are the 3 of you going as well?
I'll try to talk with some people.
Sure.
Are there any dragonborns in the tavern?
Me.
Except for this one?
Don't talk to the other one I know. Do not
No.
talk to the other one I know.
There is,
I would
there is
say
another one.
There's another one?
She's
I would
not-
say
he's not
make a
dragonborn.
perception check.
Oh, okay.
Make a perception check. I'd say easy enough. You hit
Are
down
there
the
any
bar,
dwarves
Get
in-
some
Are there any
there are
dwarves?
lots of
That's not
dwarves.
good.
Heck yeah! I'm gonna
There's
go.
lots of
for-
dwarves. They're gambling. They're
Yeah.
talking. There's some songs going on.
I'm gonna go get one.
3. You see a dragonborn
Okay.
in gold armor, horns kind of coming out. There's kind of long braided hair.
I try to talk to them.
Okay, so you walk up to this table and you see that there, it's a rather large suit of armor. You see a fellow also with horns. While they may not be full dragonborns, they definitely have the resemblance of one. This one having kind of the greenish horns, and then there was one kind of propped up in the back, chair leaning against the wall. And you kind of see his eyes look up, a little confused, and you see the golden one kind of just turn around and... Yes?
Why, hello.
Hello. Can we help you?
I was wondering if you could have any information on.
Just standing
Yeah.
Do I know
You see...
No, that's it. Do you have any information?
Well...
Do I
One
notice
dragonborn to another.
this? Do I notice this?
Take a moment in life to stop and appreciate the scenery.
That's just all we want to do nowadays, right? I just love looking at life.
You know,
You just right, gotta take it for the moment.
my father was a complicated man.
I never met my father. He left me.
Well, we share something in common then. But one thing I remember him saying, the world is perfect, so appreciate the details.
Yeah, I get that.
That's some good quotes.
Dang.
You should,
Was that
you
the
should be
one in
coming
green
down.
garb speaking?
No.
Was
No,
that
it's
Dabiri?
it's Dabiri.
She would.
You're so wise. So wise.
That's all you wanted.
Appreciate it. Have any wisdom of yourself?
Nah.
Just a learner then.
Dang.
I guess.
Are you part of the champion's pursuit? You sit there with your tabard.
I will not disclose any information.
With the banner.
You kind of see, kind of flips the visor up, and you kind of see the golden eyes and very kind of pale gold skin
Mm-hmm.
of a woman who kind of looks you up and down, notices your half squat banner, and says, "To each their own then." And takes a sip of her wine and turns back to her company.
Half squat bit.
Did anybody notice who just walks up to the giant gold dragon?
Some people, there are definitely some looks.
I
But,
thought you would. I thought you were gonna kill me for a second. I was just like,
that wouldn't be out of the field of play. But yeah, there are some people definitely kind of giving you questioning looks. But I would say you've noticed other people kind of walk up and say things to them and quickly leave. But so you're doing that.
I stay there just talking.
Maybe that's
to
for
him.
the best. Maybe that means no one will notice us if they're all looking at him.
You're
That's
going to
fine.
go find some dwarves to talk to.
Uh,
You're just hanging out. You just joining like the nearest like drinking.
oh yeah, I'll just walk up and just sip it.
Easy enough. You kind of push your way through and make room for yourself on the bench, and some of them kind of like, ugh. And you see that they're a bit confused at this random dwarf who decided to join them, but there's kind of a larger one with very burly arms and a patchy kind of golden beard. Says, "Do I know you?"
What you looking at?
All the dwarves at the table kind of look at each other and then, they slide you a drink. And
He fits in so well.
He blends in so much you forget him at the tavern.
they continue to swap stories of things that they've heard and things that they've done at the Champion's Pursuit.
Was that the brothers?
The Oloni brothers? Yes. Yes, this the one with the patchy beard is one of the Oloni brothers. Specifically the one that was shot.
Wiggum's just one of the brothers now.
Maybe that's
got
a
his
good
new
in
family.
for us.
So, you two go up to the bar. Easy enough. You're able to get mead and you see the bartender, a half dwarf, kind of looks at you a bit strange.
There's half.
Yeah.
So is he like?
Semi-tall.
Taller
He's
than
got a
you.
really big beard, and he's sitting
like
roughly
5
at
foot?
5 foot. Yeah.
Half dwarf, half
Just half
Goliath.
small.
You know.
He's very wide.
So he's me.
His aspect ratio is just like.
Scratching your ass.
They kind of. What tea? What kind of tea?
What tea do you have?
We got leaf water.
Sure.
All right. He turns around and starts. You kind of see he takes a pot and kind of sparks some rocks, and he watches the flames kind of catch underneath and starts.
Since Icarus did point out that Deviri and Nicolas
Mhm.
were in Zenharo on the corner, I'm keeping my eye on them just
Yeah,
in
you
case.
currently look over, and Chris is chatting it up.
this is, I'm just.
not even a drink in his hand. He went over there sober.
You would never have guessed though that he's sober.
I'm
It's
gonna
just
keep
that-
an eye on that.
Classic Chris charm. All of those spells.
That's what I do.
So that being said, are you just getting a mead?
Yeah, and then I guess I'll walk over to Khalees as well.
So Icarus, you got there. I believe you're heading straight to Khalees.
Oh yeah.
So as you kind of walk over, you join her at the bar, and she goes, "Oh, hi. How are you? Sorry, I caught off guard."
Sorry, we're under a lot of pressure at the moment. We need to leave as soon as possible. Is Grigori here?
Are you in trouble?
Certainly. Is Grigori here?
He said he'd be back in a little bit.
Okay.
That was about an hour. I assume he'll be back soon. He left an hour ago or so. Is this bad?
I'm not certain how bad it is just yet.
Like, did somebody die?
None of us.
Okay.
Uh,
I'd say, yeah, all three of you are there now at this point.
is
Four.
there?
Right.
Or, yeah, Rena's there. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't suppose you or Grigori would know of a more private area to talk.
There's a room downstairs that he had ready for you.
I guess we'll have to wait for him because he'll have to see it off anyway.
He said he was getting information on some of the champions.
Okay.
Would we be able to go to that room now and wait for him there?
Sure, yeah. She kind of stands up and, what are the three of you doing? You kind of see them,
me?
yeah, the three of you standing up.
I'm still talking to the guy.
You're still talking
Girl.
to Deviri?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Girl.
cool.
Sorry.
All three of them.
Can I?
No, I'm just talking her up. I'm just like, hey.
Okay.
Devere has long stopped responding.
I would say she's
Very
still,
one-sided.
She is talking back. I mean, it's not. You know what? Make a charisma check for me.
Okay.
Make a charisma check.
This will be great.
I'm trying to
Let me
debate
check
whether
out
I
my
should
charisma
interrupt
real
this
quick.
or not.
Wait.
That's what to
Dang
say.
it.
No,
Can
by the way.
I start opera
There you
singing
go.
Sure.
again, but like trying to get an audience going?
Yeah, make
That could be worse.
performance check.
That's a 9.
God.
She seems to be like talking back, but you notice some other people have joined you, and kind of you're getting drowned out by the crowd, unfortunately. Sorry.
I start yelling. No, I'm just kidding.
10. You once again begin to start singing. And as you're singing, you watch as a shoe is kind of thrown at you. And you hear one of the dwarves from the same table that Wiggum is at. It's like, "Shut up! I've got such a bad headache."
It's Wiggum.
Oh, it is
Wiggum, for sure.
I'm about to cast 2 fireballs.
You think you can take everybody in the room? It's a packed tavern, so.
Including the repeat champion.
Uses intimidation on the guy.
So, the rest of you, though, follow Khalees as she kind of walks over, says something to the bartender.
Oh wait,
You
I
kinda-
left the bar.
No. Huh?
Did I leave the bar?
No,
No,
you're
you're
still
still
there.
at the table if you
Oh.
want to be.
We're
but
going
you,
somewhere else.
I would say you would see the three of them kind of leaving to go do something.
As
You're
I
welcome to
continue.
join them if you want, or attempt to.
Before
I think I still want to get information.
Before I walk away, I'm just gonna kind of gauge the situation over there.
What?
Make an insight check.
I got it under control.
20 not natural.
20 not natural. Yeah, I mean, there's no sense of hostility over there for sure. It kind of just seems to be mostly conversation. You notice that you're the one you've been keeping an eye on, good old Nikolaus, is not necessarily taking part in the conversation, but he's just kind of
Nodding. Well,
resting his eyes.
of
He's not
course he is.
shooing anybody away. He's just kind of relaxing. He has a drink. He's just taking a minute for himself, and you notice that Zinhan and Deviri seem to be kind of just talking to people who are walking up to them.
They haven't noticed me.
I would say no, they haven't noticed
Okay,
you.
good.
No, somebody's been keeping them very busy.
That's the plan.
Alright, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, but anyway, as you kind of follow Khalees, she leads you towards another kind of set of stairs that go further down, and here you see that there is kind of this almost spiral hallway of different rooms, and she kind of walks over to the third door, puts the key in, unlocks it, and kind of opens it up, and I suppose this is the room if you want it. It's just there's just couches. It's more of a discussion area.
Well, I do have a few things I'd like to get your opinion on.
In private here?
In here.
Oh, okay.
And then more that
Steps in and locks the
we
door
should
behind.
probably wait for Grigori for.
Okay.
Hit my head.
First of all, and most innocently, I saved some theropod feathers and teeth.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
So I'm gonna take those. I collected some more components that
Excellent.
might
Oh,
find
wow.
useful.
These are very, very nice. I love the feathers. The teeth are very large. Probably make some very fine daggers, or I believe you have a crossbow. I could make bolts. If that's so desired. If you have any requests or anything else, please let me know.
Did we? I can't remember. Did we hand one of the? Like, we handed our horn to Bert.
We took it back though.
No, you took it back. You
You
still
took
have the
it
horn.
back.
Yep. You have the horn and the one egg.
Okay. Are we using just the egg for trophy?
I think we should
Attach
just
the
put
horn
both in
to
the
I was
trophy.
gonna say give
I say, there's only one submission of trophy per area per team.
We also have.
So you only submit one.
Okay. Then yeah, we could.
Attach the horn to the egg.
No. 'Cause they have the other one.
I guess I'll give her the horn.
And she takes the horn and is like, okay, that's kind of a big thing. This is, I mean, it's a good couple feet long. Okay, I could definitely do something interesting with this, if you wish.
What are you thinking?
Well, the shape is indicative of a sword, but I mean, spear, a bow, perhaps would be something also possible. There's long branches here with the natural shape and curvature of it. I suppose I could use it. I mean, where did this come from?
We.
A matron fire elemental.
Okay, so there's a lot I could do with it. There's, with that such weight of a creature, I suppose that I could maybe even completely dematerialize it and use its essence on armor or robes, or perhaps invest it into an item of sorts. Of course, with the nature following this and its original form.
I was thinking a bow would be kind of cool.
Either one of us
You
can
know, like
use
a horn. That's kind of like a cool thing.
Mhm.
Well, maybe it would be
Something
like
would
a
be cool.
fire bow, like it shoots
Would
like
you be able to
fire
make
arrows.
a-
I don't know.
Could you make multiple weapons or just one out of this?
I could,
Because I know
if I were to
take it apart, I could probably make a few items. But if you wanted a weapon, depending on the weapon, I suppose I could make several spears.
Because I was going to say, I mean, if it was to be a bow, I mean, you shoot too, but you prefer crossbows, whereas I prefer longbows.
It's definitely large enough to be a longbow or a heavy crossbow. Either of those are very, very possible.
We can give some thought to that later, probably. My top priority is meeting Gregory and getting out of this town, because we are in trouble. Speaking of which, I don't know what this is, but I understand it is disturbing in nature. If you know, I'm gonna give her the blue liquid bottle.
Oh my god.
No.
Please don't hand that to me.
Can you
Can you
tell us?
tell me what this is?
Licorice in the nicest way possible. Put that back in the bag and leave it outside.
Is this...
It's just don't touch it. Don't uncork it, please.
We've
Just
been
go
told
leave it
wrong.
outside, please.
Why would someone be safe with
It's-
this? Whatever it is.
There are many uses for it, none of which I could use it for. Please put it back in the bag.
We're definitely getting rid of that then.
Just
Yes.
leave it, please.
Please just tell us what it is. Please.
Could it be
Please.
used as a weapon?
You're just like...
Psychological warfare. I suppose. I am not crafting a weapon from that. I refuse.
Can you please tell us what it is?
Just please listen. Leave it outside.
Why outside?
You're not there.
He's not even in the
You guys
room.
are upstairs doing opera, drinks, and chatting it up.
That's the same thing that
So what's your lifestyle
the
like?
shopkeeper told
We
us.
were just... We're going to get rid of it, we just at least want to know what it is.
It's common advice. Just
If it's
There's
common
at
advice,
least-
how are we not going to...
1 out of 10 people will tell you that they want it. I am not that. I am number 8.
Specific number?
I can think of so many pranks to use this for.
I suggest
It
not.
would be cool.
Throw it in the tavern
Alright.
and run.
Don't
I'll
be
get rid of
away.
it.
I actually... So we have no idea when Gregory's coming back.
Like I said, it should be 10, 15 minutes.
Well,
Okay.
when he does, I don't know if we should stay here for the night.
I don't either.
I think
We
we
need to
should
leave
leave.
as soon as possible.
I'm going to, since Gregory's not here, I'm actually going to go back out into the bar and find Daryl.
Okay. So you go out, you see Daryl, who is giving his best operatic.
I'm going to kindly move him to a secluded table so he's not hit by shoes anymore.
They have thrown stuff at him. No money, no roses, but they have thrown things. Forks, bottles, shoes.
I'm just gonna... I wanted to ask you about the swords, because I mean, you helped me buy this rope, so... I'm intrigued by that dragon sword.
Oh, you can have it.
What?
You can have it.
It's just like the...
I don't know. I don't know.
When the hell am I going to see you again to give you back the sword?
Um.
At the end of the race? At the next time I see
Oh,
you?
end of the race. End of the race.
Alright, fair enough. Do you want the rope then? It might be useful to you.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so you
Open up my crate.
open
then.
up the crate. The sword immediately trying to break out.
Forgot that you just has the crate with him.
It is chained
Toss
down.
it
It's
with them.
fairly well secured, but you take out the black falchion, put it on the table, and you hand him the rope. Remove that from your inventory.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
and I will add that item to your inventory. Yeah, roll. So, that being said, you have anything else to say? Having this conversation? You may continue, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
We have to speak with our sponsors, so I'm not sure if we'll see y'all again after we leave. If you're singing or doing other things.
Oh, I'm gonna start breakdancing, man.
I'm going to not be here for that. Good luck with it. You are very confident in your strong suits, whether they are strong or not. Good luck.
You still chatting?
As he pats him on the head.
Yeah, I eventually buy drinks for me and Miss Dragon Lady.
Okay.
You don't even know her name.
What drink did you buy for?
Like, the biggest thing of scotch I could find.
Okay. How much
He only
gold
has
do you have?
5 gold.
Huh?
How much gold do you have?
5.
I'd say the biggest one is going to cost you at least 3 to 4.
Okay.
Okay. You want the nice one or the kind of cheapo one? The nice one?
I gotta butter her up.
Okay. So you get the 4. Spend 4. Mark that off.
What?
You should
Mark
be
off
trying
4
to
gold.
accomplish.
I know I'm trying to get that info. But
You should give it
how do I mark off 4 gold?
Do I, as I'm making my way back down towards this,
Huh?
as I'm making my way back,
I would say
Wait, is he
you
up
see
here
some
yet?
people who have been talking, and you notice as he leaves for a second when you begin your conversation with Daryl, and most of the other people kind of eventually disperse.
Is he back?
And you get a drink for
I
yourself
officially
as well.
have 1 gold.
No.
Are you just getting that in like 2 cups, or are you getting like?
You should offer.
no, we're in a situation
I don't have it though. I don't have the blue potion.
Or are you getting a drink for yourself as well?
No, just for her. Make it special.
Okay.
It's not about us, it's about her.
Okay. Sure. So you watch as by the time your conversation ends and you slide the sword towards yourself, you see as Chris has bought a very large bottle of scotch.
I don't know
I'm just
alcohol.
gonna, like, I don't
Don't know. You just
I don't know.
scotch.
I don't know names.
Okay, sure. Yeah. And walks it over and sets it on the table. And Chris, what do you say as you do this?
So,
What's your life like?
talk to me. Just
As he's doing this, I don't even care if I'm seen at this point. I'm just kind of openly like,
I just want to get to know the real you. Lay it all on me.
oh my
Okay.
this is
You spent all of your money on this, so I'll let you
I got
make,
1 gold left.
make a persuasion check, and I'll let you have advantage.
oh my. She's like amusing. Amazing.
Wait, what do I have to? What is
Persuasion
it?
check?
Persuasion. Oh,
Yeah, with advantage. So you roll twice. Take that.
No, that's perception. Dang it.
Oh, there you go.
Persuasion's -2.
Hey, it's actually better than your perception. So.
Yeah.
You have advantage. You have advantage.
I have
Do you
an
need to use
advantage.
Roll it
another
again.
dice?
Take the better one.
Huh?
Do you need another time?
Yeah.
Roll one more time.
This one's been good.
Okay.
That's my special
We'll
one.
use this one.
Woo! That's better. That's better.
Okay, 13 minus 2, so 11.
Didn't work.
So you walk up, put down the large. At this point, it's a keg of scotch, and you have the cups with you. You say this, and she turns towards you.
Yeah.
Takes a second. Stands up.
No, come
And
on.
you are a 7 feet tall, right?
I think so.
She is a very. I think she technically. Let me double check my size chart.
Wait, I need to make sure. I
Oh,
don't see
lady.
Oh, lady.
There's no feet on my size chart.
Wait, where's my?
But
how do I look at
she is on borderline counts as a large creature.
Oh, lady.
Standing at roughly about 9 feet.
That's all.
Is she looking? Is it starting to turn like it's gonna be hostile?
She doesn't reach for her sword.
But
That's
from what I know about her, does it seem like it might take that turn?
Well, we'll see what happens.
know if you ever wrote it down. Yeah, you never wrote it down.
So-
Not there.
She stands up,
I'm 7 feet tall.
puts her hand on the keg, and with the other hand removes the helmet, and kind of just looks down on you. There's a 2-foot difference there.
Hey.
You're pretty brave.
I'm going to walk over there at this point.
You're walking over.
Nice.
I'm walking over.
You watch as Deviri kind of says,
Don't kill the vibe.
I'm not killing the vibe.
"All right,
You're ruining the moment.
that seems like an expensive
Don't pay attention,
keg.
it's
I
just us two."
suppose the least I could do is hear you out." And you kind of watch as she steps back, pulls back the chair, and she pulls another one out for herself. And then she sits at the table with her other 2 compatriots and gestures for you to sit down.
Oh my gosh, it worked.
You got a
Maybe
seat
I
at the
won't
table.
Let's see.
Keegan got it like in 5 seconds. It took me like 17 turns.
It took me 2 hours to waste all my money. So, however, at this point, Miss Tani, you walk up.
I'm just gonna kind of like not walk all the way up, but in passing,
You can't
as I'm
sit with
heading
us.
back to the room, I'm just gonna go, you know, Chris, playing drinking games with Aunt Devere is not a fun game to play. And gonna keep walking and just go straight back.
Says you.
As you say this, you see Deviri immediately turn around and go, Miss Tani! Get over here!
Great.
You know her?
I'm gonna walk over, I guess. She's summoning me.
Sit. How long have you been here?
What do you mean, in this building?
How long have you been here?
In Pluto Hall?
In the tavern, Miss Tani.
In the tavern? 10 minutes?
And you did not say hi.
You mean bad friend over here?
You were talking to other people, I didn't want to interrupt you. And we were trying to find our, sponsor.
See your brother's chair just kind of leans and then...
Hi, Nicholas.
Hello, Miss Tani.
How's it going?
It's going. It's been a long day.
Tired.
Very.
Have you reached your limit?
Not yet.
The social one, not your
Socially.
competitive. Yes, that's what I thought.
Mhm.
It's okay.
That
We don't-
stinks.
Chris.
Can't relate.
He has been here for quite some time. If you know this gentleman, please take him away.
Chris, you might want to keep Daryl from hurting the ears.
See Daryl getting back up on the stage.
He might hurt the ears of the other patrons. And you might want to save
You
them.
already see the dwarves lining up the bottles.
So you're saying I should help him with this song?
No.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. I got it. You guys got this, okay? You're gonna do great, okay? Alright, see y'all later.
I didn't mean for you to think I was ignoring you. I was just trying to find my sponsor, and then I was going to come to say hi.
Well, I'm just a little upset you did not come over and say hi since you came to the same tavern and clearly saw us.
You were talking to someone. I had to find my sponsor. I was going to say hi.
I was talking to someone, but you are a somebody, and I would have appreciated if you had come to say hi.
Hi.
Too little, too late.
She turns and puts the keg down. Brings the cup over.
Okay. Well, I have to go back and talk to my group of my sponsors. I will come talk to you after, briefly, before I leave town, because I kind of have to leave town.
Fine.
Zinha, you might want to talk to Aries about something that I had to talk to her about. She'll know what I mean.
He sees it out his head his teeth.
It's nice to see you too, Miss Tani. No, continue. Don't pretend like I'm not here.
I'm gonna
Don't mind me.
I'm gonna open my channel with Zinha and be like, I can't say too much because I'm kind of in trouble with big things, and Aries will fill you in, and I'm kind of scared, so I have to leave town soon. I love you.
So
Anyway, I have to go back. Love you.
they all kind of. Your
Good
brother
luck, Chris.
gives a nod, and Deviri kind of stands up and immediately kind of grabs you and squeezes you. Chris, you hear several bones crack.
My turn.
You say that?
Please.
Who are you saying that to? You say it to Deviri?
Wait,
Make-
isn't
make a
that
persuasion check.
the dragon lady?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it
Yes.
is. Yeah. Make a persuasion check.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do
She's
it.
chill.
Very
She's
good.
such a chill lady.
So chill.
Yeah,
Definitely
very
chill.
chill. She
Mostly.
would never threaten to kill anybody.
You can tell. You can tell who and who hasn't watched
She just says
before.
no. Roll a 1.
Natural one?
Well,
Sure is.
natural 1, but
Minus
so
2.
persuasion because -2 persuasion. So yeah,
So it's negative.
negative 1. She just says no.
She
It might be worse.
just completely ignores you.
It's like
Chris is
back
just
off.
standing there.
uh, you hear a small comment from Nicholas. Ouch.
I'm gonna reach my hand behind and try and high five Nicholas.
Reach out. He looks up and says,
Ouch.
Please embarrass me. Ouch.
"Ouch."
Anyway, so how do you two know each other?
This is my family, Chris.
Yeah, my bad.
Uh-huh. Ew! And I'm just gonna bolt and go back to the room that my friends are in.
Alright. So, Nastani, as you are bolting your way back, you just kind of running away from Chris at this moment, bolting back towards the staircase. See a figure stepping down. A kind of cloak overhead, deep kind of burnt orange robes.
Gregory.
Gregory.
I'm gonna go up to him.
You go over to him as he's walking down the stairs and goes,
Sorry.
good heavens!
Didn't mean to scare you.
What? Don't do that. Okay. Yeah,
The rest of us are in the room you booked.
great. Go down there. I'm gonna need a second. And he just kind of props himself on the stair rail. So, eventually Nastani returns to the room. Grigori shortly behind. Ah, you're all here. Great.
Can you seal this room, Gregory?
Yes, I can seal the room. Turns around, shuts the door. Done. What?
We're in so much trouble.
Oh.
But
But we got...
show him the egg.
The egg. What's the egg? Oh. Well, you have one of those. I hope it's for a good reason.
It's a trophy.
Okay, well that checks out that you would do that. Now, is it close to hatching? You don't know.
Not really an expert on eggs.
Ah, well, neither am I.
I'm not an
Shocking.
expert on matron elemental eggs.
Ah. Oh, a matron one. Oh, delightful. That's...
Have you guys?
Khalees, if that hatches
That's a lot
on
of points.
Gregory, we might need to save that horn as a substitute trophy.
So do you want me to make something out of the horn?
So I was thinking maybe.
After the pursuit, we might.
Do you have a safe place that you could keep the egg?
Ah, luckily
Sort
for
of.
you. I can probably store it on a demi-plane, and if it hatches, well, you'll know you'll just have to kill it again. Check out.
It's only a
Sound
baby.
fair?
Fine.
You'll have to kill the baby.
You laughed so hard.
I'm sure we
Not
can
even in the
handle
room.
that
We hear
if
wiggle.
the situation arises. Do you have any idea how close it is to hatching?
It's just
Kind of grabs it, takes a deep look at it, and he's just gonna, I guess I'll just... How did it do that? Ah. I mean, it wiggles a little bit.
Khalees, do you have any input?
Does it always wiggle?
I don't know. How should I know?
Do you think I know anything about the reproductive cycle of a fire elemental?
Well, if anyone
Didn't
would.
Bert say that if it wiggles, it's close to hatching?
I think I said that most eggs wiggle when they're close to hatching.
Yeah, it was during an insight check.
That
You would
was-
know that, but
that was
it's
my
always
idea.
kind of been constant humming.
Khalees, do you have any input?
Khalees kind of... if I had to guess, did you find it in a pit, or did you find it
Oh,
elsewhere?
Yeah, it was a
a
bit.
pit. I think.
Wasn't
You found it in a pit, like
Was it in-
isolated on its, in kind of like a nest formation?
Yeah, most likely.
Kind of. It was under.
It seemed like it
matron.
was a. Wait, do I think Rena could say it seemed like it was a pool of lava. Because it was already up by the time I got there.
Was there, she happens to know a bit. Was there any obsidian spikes, like decorated like nest, like a physical structure?
Don't think so.
I can't, because Rena was the only one who was in Wiggum.
Oh, this might have
Well, Wiggum's
still
not here.
been
Wiggum's
inside of the
alive.
matron when we killed it.
It's
Was it?
possible.
Okay, there's a big difference there. If it was still inside the matron, it would need to get very hot to hatch.
That would be good.
I believe.
Does-
I've worked with regular fire elemental materials,
including the eggs before, and typically they're stolen from a clutch of sorts. But if you found this with the matron, I don't think it will hatch without her.
Okay, good. Then, Gregory, you can keep it on your demi-plane and we can feel good about it.
And if it hatches, well,
No worries.
gods.
Also, we might be, criminals in the eyes of the Cilician government. It's all a big misunderstanding.
Say that again. Because I think I heard you, but I want to double check that you are, I cannot stress this enough, deeply screwed.
We might
That's correct,
be.
yes.
Yes.
I've tried to call in a favor to my brother, who
I've
is
also tried to call it.
close to the sovereign.
And you got in trouble how?
Trespassing.
Wrong place, wrong time.
What did you do? Specifically.
We were.
Stumbled through the mines into a sacred, sort of ancient.
Ruins.
Oh, of course. Okay. All right. Why not? Why not just go?
Also, I saved something for you. This is a present, so you can't say no. I'm gonna give him the blue bottle.
No.
You can't say
No,
You
no,
can't say
no.
It's for you.
No,
It's for you.
No.
Khalees told me you would love this.
Police did not tell you any. I'm telling you, 1 out of 10 people would tell you that is a good thing.
And 0
I am
out of
number
the 3 people.
7.
0 out of the 3 people we've asked about have told us what
Keep
it is.
asking. That's. I'm not entertaining this.
Gregory, if you're about to say the words, leave it outside, I will slap you.
It's good advice, and that's what should be done.
Technically, he didn't say it.
He didn't say the words, I'll let it go. But with that being said, you have our trophy, we need to get out of town.
Well,
Here's
first
a map
we
of
need to
the
go.
ruins.
As you hand it to him, make an insight check.
Don't we need to go back to the to
Stable?
no, not the stable. We have to go to the the monolith type thing. The check
As
in.
you hand it to
check
him,
out.
We don't check out.
It's a twitch.
I don't think so.
You stand, remember?
That's on the way in.
Interesting. Puts it in his back.
Twitches. Aggressively.
What the heck?
How do you twitch it?
Gregory, we don't
just did it.
Do it.
we don't need to stamp with Mithra after the trial, is that right?
You've already made your stamp, I assumed, when you
Right,
entered the
yes,
city.
Yes.
It's been a very long. How long have we been down here?
A day.
It's been a very long day. It's been a day.
It's been a day. So, from here, I forget where we planned to go next.
I think we were going to
Coley?
make
Or
Coley. We were going
Coley?
to Coley.
Coley is very close. It's a fishing village.
And Coley
You
is
should have your
plant. Perfect.
Plant, yes.
cheat sheet of sorts.
Which way did you say would be the best way to get to Coley from here?
I would follow the barren flats around the edge, pass through Cot, probably stay the night there, and then make your way to Coley.
How
This
long
is actually pretty close to my old stomping grounds.
Alright.
Good.
So, how long is the travel from here to Cot then?
From here to Cot, depends how fast you're going, but I would say at the pace you've been going, at most a week.
Okay.
Could be 4 days, so. Given range.
And do we, again in Coley, look for the most outrageous inn?
Should we just assume that's a standard for every place we go?
Probably. It's the easiest thing to do versus having to send messengers back and forth, but me and Khalees will attempt to follow this trend.
And so I can count our assets. Khalees, are you able to teleport us again?
Reliably, I can teleport you one more time.
And then we also have our scroll.
You have your scroll as well, but the mounts cannot go with the scroll. They physically won't fit.
Okay. I think that's probably about it. I really want to get out of Dodge.
Time to hit the road.
I don't
To
think
gather everybody
there's anything Rena needed.
I would make a few suggestions first. I've been gathering information, and despite your current predicament and some illuminating turn of events that I've just learned about, I would actually suggest you wait. Currently, there has been a heavy guard set up at the gates of Pluto Hall.
Yes, that's us. That's because of us.
They're there now. I would wait a night and try to sneak out tomorrow night if you were to do this. You can attempt to leave if you wish, but perhaps
Are
if
they going to search the city?
They will likely be searching, but I think I know a few places that you could stay discreetly. Was there anything or anyone else who saw you down there?
Aside,
Yes.
well, as in
There
who's
were-
with us or who saw who I was
Were there people with you?
There was another team that we.
Oh!
At one point.
How many other teams?
One other team
of
of
three.
three.
Of three.
Well, it used to be four.
Well, it'd be easy just to kill them.
No.
Okay?
Or
Then
not.
they'll have to go with you.
They might already be
They
dead. Right?
They're with us outside. One of them is singing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Let's say they go down, they look for whatever, they find evidence. So, I don't know how you got back here, but they track it. Now, that evidence could point towards you, or it could point towards these other people. Now, I trust that you kept your identities at least secret.
I did. I don't know if anyone else did.
Well, do these other people know your identities? Do they know what you look like?
No and yes.
Regardless, if either of those answers are yes, then the advisory can track you down very, very quickly.
That is what Arius told us as well.
Well, I would suggest taking them with you and executing them in the first gutter you find.
Do you have like a way to wipe their memory or something?
If they were to sit still and allow me to do so over the process of 2 days.
What if we got them really drunk and tied them down?
What in the world?
For 2 days? Yes.
Just look right here.
The easiest suggestion would be waiting a night, slipping past the guard once they've thinned their numbers to search the city, and then getting the hell out of here.
Alright, where do we stay?
So, I have a few places called, I would call them sanctuaries of sorts if you are attempting to evade prying eyes.
Should we bring the other group with us?
Yes, unfortunately. Once again, don't keep the whole execution thing out of mind. It would honestly save you a lot of time and then burning the bodies, making sure that there's nothing left. But that being said, I would head to the stables and ask for the Summer Glade. Do not go past the threshold.
The threshold of.
The tunnel that leads out of Pluto Hole.
Right.
The stables are nearby, but ask for Summer Glade. And say that you can pay well.
Can we?
That's what I was asking.
Can you?
I don't know, can we? You're the sponsor.
It will be taken care of. But if you cost me more money than you're worth, I will replace you. Like that. I swear. I swear to all of the gods.
You don't want to do that. You got the best of the best.
Well, try to prove it to me without getting in trouble with the advisory.
It wasn't on purpose.
See that matron egg?
Yes, I see the egg that you brought. Anyway, regardless, head down there tonight, ask for Summerglade, do not leave until next night.
Certainly. Alright. And Gregory, you can't deny, no other team of champions you would find would bring you both that egg and this bottle. I showed into his arms again.
It's just... I need to make a wisdom saving throw.
No.
Oh my god.
17.
17 just fails. You see Grigori, hands up, looks at you, drink.
Oh my gosh.
And you watch as Icarus pulls it towards him,
Oh no.
Can I try and grab
starts to pull the
Can I
cap
try and
off,
grab it away from him?
and you watch as Grigori snaps. And you stop yourself.
Point made.
Excellent.
You almost drank the potion.
Gregory, this wouldn't be such a problem if someone would just tell us what this is.
And I'm telling you, it's better if you don't know, and set it outside.
Now I gotta slap him.
Please
Would you
don't.
like to try?
I'm a man of my word, Gregory.
Alright, make an attack roll.
This is such a terrible idea.
I have to pull up a stat sheet.
Punch this. Slap this once.
What?
Summerglade.
Okay, cool. Should be good. That's a 9. I don't know if that'll save you time.
That's a 6.
I get +3. Oh.
Yeah, no, you go to, and you just kind of see him nimbly just,
Anyway, before we embarrass us
Never
any
said it would
further,
work.
I would go to the stables, ask for Summerglade, say you can pay well. Yes?
yes, say all of these things, and then eventually you'll get to a part, just mention my name.
Alrighty.
I came here for a completely different reason, but I am stunned every time something new happens.
What were you originally going to say?
I was going to give you the information of the whereabouts of the other champions, but,
I think we found some of them.
well, have you been keeping track on all of them?
Well, I know Hester's out there. So is my brother and the Aloni brothers.
What about the Sharasim? Valora? Kept up with them?
No.
The Sharasim have actually completed most of the tasks.
They're fast.
They have 3 of 5. So, I would watch out for them. Unfortunately, due to a lack of planning, it seems that they left the 2 biggest ones of greatest distance out, so I suppose they should be detained for some time, but they still have yet to travel to Kole or Helioana. Remember, there is a bonus for getting there first. Valora has shown almost equal speed.
Oh,
She's
they don't
already
call
been-
her Valora the Fleet for nothing.
Correct. Not only that, but it does seem that she is quite strong and capable of herself. She has already been to Kole, she's been to Pluto Hole, and she's been to Orila. She's been making a mockery of some of the other contestants and is heading to Ravenhelm after she finishes up in Orila.
Well, that at least should take her a while.
What
I
about
would
the
hope so.
What about the Baroness's champions?
The Baroness's champions,
Yes.
the 3 half-orcs,
I'm just curious.
Those are the ones.
I have not heard much. They have not been contenders hardly, but they have made their way from Helioana first and are moving their way towards Orila. From what I've heard, Helioana is a hell pit, and Orila is no better. I would be wary, as both of those locations seem to have the most diversity of trophies leaving. That being said, I would suggest either, once again, heading to Coley, or perhaps if you wanted to take out the big fish first, Heliawana. But Coley is closer, if not by a few days. Up to you. Just keeping in mind that if you head to Coley, one way or another, you're going to have to pass the rolling dunes. Not to mention the Wraithwood. One way or another.
Alright. Well, I think Coley it is, and Summer Glade tonight.
Might want to gather the other three.
Yep, let's go get the squatters.
I'll go get Chris. He's talking my aunt up.
Alright, so Chris, go ahead and make a persuasion or charisma with advantage. I'll let you
Perception
pick.
or charisma?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah, they will be different.
Persuasion is -2.
If charisma is the same thing, I would take charisma.
Yeah. Charisma then. Yeah.
You said with advantage?
Ooh! So,
Roll again.
16. Huh?
Roll again.
Roll again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Darrow, are you still, or Daryl, are you still,
Better.
I got a nat 20.
-2.
-2. 18.
Daryl, are you still trying to sing?
I want to be like one last act for y'all. I'm gonna start breakdancing for you.
Make a performance check.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You got long legs.
Oh my gosh, it's every time. It's an 8.
Okay. I would say, okay.
He just like head
What
spins
have you
just
been
like as an owl.
I've just been singing like sea shanties with all the dwarves.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Can I sing it for copyright reasons?
As the rest of you kind of walk upstairs, Khalees does briefly kind of stop by and say, you wanted a bow?
Bow.
Real quick, I can begin work on this immediately.
Icarus, bow, crossbow.
And,
Up to you. I'll leave it up to you.
and Grigori, who's kind of taken a moment and is kind of standing by the window, deep lost in thought, kind of, he is kind of paid for a lot of commissions, so if you have something you want me to make with the items you've given me, I can probably get them at a very low price for you.
You can have your
You sure?
I can make a sword or a spear or anything out of this. I mean,
Because, I mean, this is technically a loan from Daryl, but...
In your expertise,
Sells it off.
do you think one of those would necessarily be better than the other?
using the whole item would definitely provide a more suitable object or creation. Potent's the word. So if I were to make a bow, a sword, that
It would, in its own right, they would all match each other in strength.
yes, versus splitting it up to say 4 spears, it would be a fourth of what I could potentially do with the whole thing.
Get yourself a sword. You just told me that's a loan.
Well, I depending on how long you travel, if you travel a few weeks, I could probably have it to you at the next location.
How about a bow? Because I can always sell the one I have for a sword that's not on loan. I do prefer though.
Sure.
Longbow? Alright, I'll see what I can do. And do you have any other objects you'd like to throw in with it? Or if anybody had any items that they already gave me. I received several venomous fangs from you and several very fine teeth and feathers from you. I could probably make some very high quality ivory bolts of sorts.
That would be wonderful.
Okay, those are easy enough. I can definitely have those ready by the next stop in Coley, which should be a week or so.
Thank you, please.
Of course.
Thank you.
Did you have anything?
I guess we could just save some of those pieces until I have something else.
All right.
But we do have this broken in half other horn.
No, that was for Team House Squad.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, half squad always got it.
Yeah, part of that You don't have that luxury.
Sorry, I tried.
Yeah.
You don't got that, bud.
You're not part of the half
You
squads.
want to talk to him about taking half of it?
No.
No,
Yeah,
taking half.
that's. I'll wait
It's
for that.
No, our
Use
team
those
half.
If you
buffets.
find
Quarter
anything on the
squad.
way, let me know.
You can't have a full squad.
And I can start work on something, as Grigori has essentially paid for all of my time running the shop for the next few months. So that's great.
Quarters. Wonderful.
It's wonderful.
This
Well, we
We're
better
certainly very happy to have you help us.
Of course,
Two
best of
fifth
luck.
squad.
You don't need a teleportation now, just double checking.
No, I think we should save that for the
So
two
we're
bigger
good.
ones.
Alright.
132nd squad.
So with that, you guys head out. Khalees once again kind of makes her way towards the bar. The rest of you. So these
I
guys.
got an 18.
They get an 18. Nat 20 minus 2. As you walk up, who would be the first person up out of the group of you?
I guess me.
Alright, Darrow. You see an interesting sight. You see Darrow, who is kind of
Don't draw attention to yourselves, guys.
doing some break, like he's pulling off some of the moves, but it's kind of like it's either he forgets or he kind of slips for a second. But has been dancing kind of on the small stage that's there, and you notice that there are performers who are kind of like at main center, and Daryl's kind of off to the side, kind of dancing around them. Nobody's throwing anything at him.
Toddler at a
but,
wedding.
You know,
That's progress.
it's progress. Nobody's throwing anything. They're kind of just like,
Bob, why?
what?
one more performance.
Trying to do a big trick.
Yeah.
All right, big finisher.
Just a
Make a performance
backflip.
check.
I want to fly all the way in the air
Oh no.
Hit the
and
split.
just start doing as many backflips as possible. Like I want to like go in the
It's
air,
a real trick from
Stop
my birds at
flying.
home.
go in the air, stop flying, and then just start doing backflips.
All right, make one more performance check.
He gets a 1.
Hey.
Let's go. That is a performance of 24.
He's kind of been flopping around
He
on
has
the
like
floor,
30 backflips.
and you watch as he spirals up with just surprising haste, and then just wings out slowly, just kind of fluttering, doing backflips all the way down until he hits the floor, and is continuing to do them in circles. And
That's so
you
funny.
actually kind of get some like, wow, that was pretty great from some of the people.
Like at the other table, like, whoa!
Even Hest Allbreaker kind of like looking up for a second, is kind of like looks to one of his companions, kind of.
Guys, you not draw attention to
That's
yourselves.
just such a
Whatever.
boss.
You would notice Darrow. You would also notice Wiggum, who is now arm in arm, 2 mugs, with the other dwarves at the table singing a sea shanty. What's the sea shanty about?
It's about our beards.
It's about your beards. Okay.
Beards are intertwined.
It's like a
They
dwarven
sing about how they're
station.
beards and brothers, and the tangles they make
Brothers beard.
are the signs of brotherhood, as they clash mugs and are overall just kind of getting pretty rowdy. But nobody seems to mind. That kind of seems to be the vibe of the tavern. And lastly, you look over to find the last member of your company. You see Chris. Chris is down, heavy mug, and you kind of see who you do recognize as Deviri is just kind of like this, kind of looking at him, a bit confused, but also just kind of like intently listening on whatever he's going on about right at this second.
She wants me. She wants me.
You don't know if she's intrigued by him, plotting to kill him. It's hard to read. She kind of only has like 2 faces.
That's what I like about her.
And the rest of you come up and see this as well. But
I'm going to walk up to Chris.
okay.
I got W.
Chris, you see Nastani walking up towards you. What are you telling Deviri about?
You know, I feel tired like fighting. We should talk it out. That's what I always tell the team. Like, never.
Right.
We shouldn't go into fights. It's just.
Some things require force.
This is so funny.
At this moment, can I try to, I guess, grab Daryl?
From the
Daryl does
As he's
doing
flipping,
backflips,
just-
and you just walk walk on stage, grab him in.
Come here, little guy.
Easy enough, Daryl, unless you are fighting violently back. But you notice that you've landed perfectly into Darrow's arms.
I just want to like spin a little bit.
Okay.
I want to scream to everybody like, and tips are obviously welcomed.
Okay, make a persuasion check. Go for it.
Tips are welcome.
Get the actual.
Dang it! Oh my gosh.
What do
He
you
only
get?
Persuasion 7.
7.
Like 5.
Darrow, as you kind of play into it, just gently carrying him off stage, he kind of yells this wings out, and you see kind of one of the haggard-looking humans flips you a copper.
Alright.
Copper's a copper.
Making
Whatever pays the bills.
That ain't gonna pay
that
them.
would-
I don't think that'll
Taken
pay
care
any
of.
bills.
Nastani, as you walk up to Chris's table, what are you saying?
Well, Chris, we have we have a place to stay for tonight.
You hear that? That's great.
Wait, what happened?
We have a place to stay. You're coming with us.
Now
Yes, now.
she's opening up.
She's not.
You can't see it like I
She's listening to all of this.
She's right there. I mean,
I'm
she's
gonna-
kind of like one hand on the table.
Chris is
I've
still
never
stone
seen her
cold
this
sober.
invested.
This is just him.
He hasn't taken the drink yet. He
Is
doesn't
this-
know what it tastes like.
Is
Make
this,
a move, bro.
is this a
Make a
meeting
move.
Deviri mode,
Make
or
a
is this
move.
family table Deviri
It's family table.
Okay.
She seems to
What's
kinda-
that over there?
She doesn't. I would say you
What's
know
that on
her
your shirt?
very well.
Hey, you want to count shoulders real quick?
Doesn't
2, 3,
that
4.
Isn't seem like she's going to kill him anytime soon. But
Like counts
more
18 school buses
amused
a
to
week.
everything he's doing.
Well, I would love to stay and catch up and talk, but we have to get going.
I see how it is, Johari.
Not
Stani,
Johari. Wrong character.
Whichever one you are today, but you're really not feeling like yourself.
I'm sorry I didn't say hi at first. I will next time, I promise.
You didn't say hi to Zinod.
Hi, Zinod.
See Zinod, just the eyes dart towards you.
I'm sorry, I can't say what has happened today, but it is very stressful and a lot.
Leave us with our barrel.
Okay. I'm gonna give Zinha a big hug.
And
kinda-
I
you know,
try
they
to
got-
give.
And he's still kind of just holding his tea and just kind of,
I miss tea time with you. Hopefully we can have some soon. I love you.
if you remember me.
And then,
Oh, please don't hurt my heart.
and then I try to give her a hug one more time.
No, go
See if
for the
she's a-
kids.
Going for the kids,
Going
man.
for
You
the
are.
kids.
No, we're not. You gotta take subtle steps. You gotta take steps. You
Okay.
gotta take
You
steps.
trying to make a hug?
You gotta try to get a hug.
Make a charisma check.
Oh, man.
You did really well last time, so
Propose
I'll let you
it.
have your advantage.
You have advantage
Charisma
again.
-2.
Wait, I'll use this.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know,
That's
Evan,
a really
Evan.
good one.
15
Roll
minus
it again.
2.
Roll it again.
Okay.
You have advantage. Okay, take
10
the
minus
15.
Take the 15.
You get
15
the
minus
one.
2. 13.
You see, she's kind of already stood up to hug Nastani, and you kind of stand up too, and just kind of cut your way in between them. And you just kind of feel the heavy gauntlet just there.
Yeah!
I got a W wrist.
No, you don't.
She kind of
And then I
scoots you out of the way.
then after we like say bye, I'm like, all right, bye, miss. Sorry, it's just the buzzkill. I'll just see you later.
I'm sure.
Should ask for a carrier pigeon.
So,
Good luck, Nikolaus.
you too.
Hopefully your social battery is charged
By
next
the
time.
way, how many trophies have you got?
Oh, we're comparing now.
Oh, I'd just like to know how far behind you are.
Oh, shoot.
Damn.
I would not take that.
That was cold.
You are so fun all the time,
As
aren't
I
you?
come running up with my hammer.
So you can actually
I don't know how-
spider monkeys on the back.
Don't even have to try.
Hanging from the chandelier.
Even if you do have more than me, who has the more powerful ones anyway?
Oh, I don't know. I would show them off, but I have a feeling people here might start fighting over them. Hurry up, Nastoni. You're spending time, and honestly,
feel like you can take this a bit more seriously.
I am taking it seriously.
Then prove it. Beat
Okay,
Me, beat me by the end of the race.
that's literally the point of this.
Really?
Of both the races that we're in.
Well, so far, you have what? 1, 2? Can't be more than those.
Dang, I
To
wouldn't
traveling,
take
making
that.
friends instead of focusing on the task.
Sometimes friends can get you farther, but you wouldn't know that, would you?
Dang, this ain't a Disney
Honestly,
movie.
sure.
I don't want to waste my battery anymore on you. Goodbye. Good luck. I do love you.
So good.
You too, sister.
Bye, Sweetie.
Bye.
And I'm going to just walk Chris out.
She's just like dragging me by the arm.
I'm just gonna kind of like come up to the table behind them as they leave and just, Lord Nikolaus, Lady Deviri, and
It's kind of a
I
tongue
don't think
shake.
I've had the pleasure. To Zinhad.
Oh, does it not?
I-
Kind of person. Ah, stands up. Ah, Sin. Just Sinhot.
Pleasure to meet you.
I shake his hand and kind of like bow with it.
Kind of deep bow with it too, and
Welcome. Your name is
Icarus.
Icarus, of course. You travel with Nastoni. I see you're wearing matching banners.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, do keep her safe. She is quite the treasure.
Oh, we do everything we can, and we're certainly aware of just how valuable she is. Although, truth be told, the keeping people alive is much more of Rena's forte. She is great at it, and no one can protect Nastani better.
you see Dabiri's eyes just black pupils as he kind of looking down on you. The height difference is big between the two of you with Chris.
How tall are
right
you?
now, how tall are you? It's
4'10".
4'10".
410.
4
And I was
foot 10,
7 foot. She was 2 feet tall. So it's like she was like
Easily
9 feet tall.
double your height.
Yep.
Just
I don't see how
looking
Wow.
down at you.
That's why I like her.
You can feel the static in the air around her feathers for a second, but she's kind of just standing there, arms crossed.
Armenian.
I just nothing. I don't know.
Say, Darrow and
They
Darrow,
still
you guys
dancing?
are reconvening with Nastani and now
Chris.
Chris.
Oh, we
there's
left.
one more member to take care of.
I guess I'm gonna go round out and get him as well.
Beards, beards.
Just a second.
And meet and grab Rena.
We have long beards.
Round out with her.
That's it.
What were you saying, Chris?
I don't know whether or not now's the time.
Oh no, don't flip out the drink. No, don't
I
flip
pull
out
out the
that
drink and give it to him.
There's kind of a
Do
brief
you
pause.
wanna
and,
know, dude?
Zinhan kind of breaks it. Well, I'm sure she's marvelous if she is a healer of sorts. Always pleasant company having a healer. I do mind myself to some healing. But,
That's wonderful.
yes.
Healing is a great gift that I've never been able to learn.
It's a difficult practice, but with enough patience and efforts, I'm sure most could achieve it.
Well, as if there were ever any doubt, you are clearly greater than I. I'll bow again.
You flatter me too much, Icarus.
Kind of gives a bow back. Just enjoying talking to somebody. But you do see the rest of your cohort kind of gathering at this point.
So, as I finish bowing to Zinhad and Lady Deviri, I hope I get the pleasure again.
We shall see.
And then just to Nicholas, just my lord.
He looks a bit confused and just kind of.
Oh lord.
Off I go.
All right, you go to join. All right, who is grabbing the last member of Half
Beards, beards,
I
Oh,
can-
beards.
yeah, I
Can I physically grab him?
Huh?
I want to physically grab him
Sure.
away.
Yeah.
You get the whole chain like monkeys in a barrel.
All their beards are intertwined. You just like pull it up.
interlocked. It's just a mess of hair.
Do I have to roll for that?
Make a strength check, sure. Why not? You said it.
No,
I wasn't gonna make you, but
I'm already almost half done with this
12
song,
plus
so
2, 14.
14.
I see him walking over and I just go,
Oh, jeez.
You see, he's ready to go, and
I
you kind
wanna
of pick him
go.
up, put him on your shoulder, and you wave goodbye to all your new friends.
Guys, make sure you sneak
You're
in.
gonna say, "Oh, wake up! We're gonna miss ya!" You know, lots of just kind of, and they scoot back in and continue their weird song.
Beards and their hairy stick together.
Sure. So that being said, as you leave the table of chanting
How big
champions,
is this tavern?
it's a relatively large one.
We're in a pretty big town.
Yeah,
This is a city.
it's a big city. But that being said, the rest of you have all gathered now. Everybody is all in one place. What is everybody doing now?
Discreetly heading to the stables.
Discreetly.
I want to go get my horse.
Sneakily.
No, yeah, I want.
Are you filling them in on things?
Yes,
or?
Yes.
we are filling them in.
As-
You
as we
cannot
walk,
get your
yes.
horse.
I want my horse.
I want my horse.
You can't have your horse. We're not leaving town. We can't leave town yet.
We
We
need
can
to
just
lay
ride
low
to
The
tonight.
Praetorians have a blockade over the gates.
Unless you would like your head chopped off and served to them on a silver platter, you cannot get your steed.
Head horse.
Wait, what is
Head
it?
Also,
horse.
did you call my
The
brother
landscape
your
of this
my
place.
lord?
We had to take an elevator.
Yes, I
or is
certainly
it like a
did.
giant.
I'm
We get
sorry.
close to the family now.
Please
Alright.
stop hitting on my aunt.
And did the elevator go down?
Can't
It
up.
went down because you guys were on service.
You saw it too.
Stony, I kind of need to overcompensate for one of our friends.
I know that, and I promise later I will explain a lot of things after we do some weight.
Okay. So, as you head out, leaving the inn, or the tavern, making your way through the streets, you see the large spiral as you descend it, making your way towards the stables. Any stops along the way, or straight there?
Straight
No,
there.
just get
Straight there.
going.
Yeah.
It is calming down tonight. You see multiple taverns on the surface of the top level, just alight with talk and chatter, the smell of alcohol and mead kind of just flowing down from there and kind of sticking with you as you descend through the spiraling spire. You pass by.
What do we need to ask for?
We need to ask for the summer glade.
You pass by houses. Slowly, everybody kind of simmering down for the night. You pass by different sorts of smith shops now closed, different sorts of variety of general goods stores. Eventually, making your way back towards the town center, where the massive blue fire kind of resides. Now long died out, Mithra is nowhere to be seen. But pressing on, you make your way towards the stables. And as you kind of reach the small patches of grass that exist here thanks to the nearby holes kind of in the ceiling,
We cannot get
you see that the stables are closed. And as you kind of walk around, you do recognize your large and fearsome carnivorous birds that you purchased from earlier, as they recognize the two of you. And you kind of see the heads kind of perk up and immediately kind of go over towards the kind of bars that have set up here. These ones a little bit taller to accommodate for the size of these creatures, but
Is there not any stable hand?
I would say there's a few people who are kind of just milling about, just keeping an eye, just making sure nothing happens here.
I want to first share a moment with Marvis.
Okay.
Just kind of pet him a little bit. And
Yeah.
just, I can't leave just yet, but we'll get you out of here in another day or two.
Kind of pulls away, and you kind of see has a kind of angered look, but sits down. The three of you guys, your horses are also here.
Yeah.
I want to give him a good old pet.
Yeah, what do your horses look like, and what are their names?
Yeah.
My horse, his
Pinkie Pie.
so
Pinkie Pie? You going with that one?
No, Rainbow Dash.
That's
No.
also
my horse my horse
Change it a little.
Okay.
my
Rainbow
horse has
Sprint.
now like
rainbow trout.
long nose. It's
Rainbow
just
Walk.
like
Do you have one of those smaller ponies so that you can get up on top?
You have a miniature pony?
yes, it's that. But
Okay.
my horse, he doesn't have like a long mouth. He doesn't have like a long
Snout.
snout. Yeah.
Stubby.
Stubby.
No, it's just like his teeth. Like,
Like a pug?
Just doesn't have.
It's just kind of like a super.
Are you just
horse.
drawing? Are you just drawing a not drawing? Are you riding an overgrown pug?
Okay. Very
Doesn't have
stubby.
this at all. It's just
A very stubby horse.
a humanoid face.
Daryl.
I think I just got like a medium sized. He's got black and white spotted.
Okay,
A nice, normal horse.
Yeah, imagine that.
His name is Jimbo, though.
Jimbo?
Mine is
Daryl and Jimbo.
Mine's like a really weird horse. It's just like black and white stripes. It's weird. It's just a horse. It's just this horse I found. It's just black and white stripes. I call him Stripey.
The two of you I hate.
Pug
horse,
It's just-
and
It's just this random horse. I don't know how I
Yeah,
got
okay.
it. It's like super rare.
Mine's
here.
name is Dewey.
Dewey. Okay, good. All right, so
Stripey.
well, I'll take a second as each of your mounts. I don't know if that qualifies as a horse there, but
Dude, get a real horse.
I'll recognize you. But eventually, one of the kind of stable hands kind of walks in. Can I help you?
Yeah, we were looking for the Summer Glade.
Just kind of a pause.
We can pay well.
Well, the deluxe stables are down this way. Gives a nod.
Did we ever get cash from Grigori, or are we just supposed to have him send him a bill?
Take a shot.
No.
Oh, don't show that. Don't show that on camera. God. Anyway,
Okay, well that makes it sound worse than it is.
yeah. Okay. That checks out. Anyway, so as you follow him, he kind of leads you to one of the larger stables and kind of opens up the door. I believe that if you look around, you'll find that this place has many hidden amenities not afforded to the regular stables.
Who should we speak to about payment? We have a tab we need to put it on.
You can speak to me.
Mr. Grigori.
Understood. Take your time, and he kind of closes the stable door behind you guys.
So what's, or is it just a
So in this room,
What are
you kind of
these
see that
amenities?
there's a water trough. There is a small kind of window that kind of goes out towards the outside of this rock. You see some large bales of hay that are somewhat scattered on the ground here.
Is there anything out of place?
Make an investigation check.
Is this where we're gonna be staying tonight?
16.
I think so, unfortunately.
16.
I call the big hay.
As you take a minute, as Daryl just what the hell?
Can we sleep with the horses?
You can if you want to.
I'm gonna sleep with Dewey.
Stripey,
Stein,
you with
as
me.
you do look around, kind of
Big
kicking
spoon.
around some of the hay and whatnot, you do go behind the kind of large piles and find a trapdoor.
Hey guys, I think there might be more to this than it seems.
Thank God.
I'm gonna open the
What
trapdoor.
are you talking about, man? This place is crazy cool.
Dude, Stripey's Jesse.
You stay up here.
I'm gonna open the
Space.
trapdoor and go in.
There's a ladder that goes down.
I'm going down the ladder.
As you go down the ladder, it is a dimly lit room. There's a few beds. There's this kind of large area for a fire pit that kind of has a chimney that leads out somewhere. But it's mostly small lanterns, not very deluxe, but it's fairly hidden.
This works. That's what
I'm
we need.
gonna go down the ladder and immediately pass out.
All right, watch as Darrow climbs down the ladder and jumps in the nearest bed. Out.
How many beds are there?
There's 4.
I'm gonna take my
Like,
bedroll
how
out.
many days has it been? Like, I feel like we were.
Yeah, I was about to say, has it just been one day?
For you guys, believe it or not, you went immediately into the mines. It's been a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
We did a long day.
Y'all
We
been
got
here
that fast pass.
Yeah.
And by fast pass, I mean lying.
Can I immediately
We do not endorse lying.
slump
Nor
into
fighting.
my item?
We obliterate
Yep.
them in one
You
move.
take out your items. You can attune to them.
Does the sword require attunement?
This one, no. Unless you would like to try.
I
will
would
take
like
a
to
nap
try.
on top of
Okay.
my-
I guess I assume I can't do that and also... No, I can't. It's 2 separate things. I'll do it. I was gonna ask if I could like study the journal I found and transcribe
Yeah,
it to...
if you want to.
Can I do that and try to tune to the sword?
I'd say if you want to, what passages do you want to look at? Do you want to look like at just the last one, or like the last big one, or do you want to kind of just?
I want to skim through because you said the last one was circled.
Yes.
I want to go through and see which ones are circled and transcribe those to my journal.
There's not many pages. I would say it's just the last one.
Just the last one. I'm gonna transcribe that to my notebook.
If so,
And if there's any information that seems like there could be more within the book, in that one circled section, I will go back and try and find the specifics.
Okay. So I will say, do you want to do something real quick?
No, let that happen.
Okay. As you transcribe the last passage, the one that has been circled, it is labeled the 22nd of Lightfall, the year 881 A1. It has been a trying time in our world as the War of the Eclipse has been raging on for what seems like an eternity. As the chosen chronologist, I have been given the task of documenting the events that have led up to this catastrophic moment in our history. To summarize, before my departure, the war began with the assassination of the Queen of Arxon, and the invasion from both Mizumi and Cilicia. The once peaceful kingdom was thrown into turmoil. The tribes of Haras and rogue groups like ourselves were the only hope of defending against the impending doom. One of the most devastating events of the war was the burning of the Grand Archives of Nakamachi.
Right, the real one. I vividly remember Zenhar constantly for hours ranting about that one.
You do remember this historical event. The loss of such valuable knowledge in history was a cruel but necessary blow to their people. But it was not the only one. The creation of the Starborn Plateau, separating Arxon from the rest of the continent, was also a significant event in the war. The plateau now serves as a constant reminder of the horrors that have befallen our world. The death of the sovereign of Cilicia marked the turning point of the war, but it was not without sacrifice. So many lives lost, so much destruction was wrought. The cost of the war has been incalculable, and it pains me to think of all that has been lost. I must leave this journal now, as I have received word that I am needed with my fellow mages. The Kefauar are preparing for a major event, and I cannot afford to be absent. I promise to return and continue documenting this war and its aftermath. Kirani Illikar, chronologist of the Kefauar.
Two things. One, can you send that to me because I am transcribing it? And two, can I, as I've read that, I will spend the rest of the time going through the journal to see if there's any mention of the war, since this is a war journal, I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
You said there's not many pages in this?
Not many pages, but as you kind of flip through, the events that were described in that last passage, you do see mention of them probably as they were happening. More of a, this has happened, I am writing this down.
How long would it take for me to...
transcribe the entire thing?
Okay, specifically, any information on the library.
Any information on the library, I would say it would probably take you a couple nights.
Couple nights.
Yeah, 1 or 2. It's a good bit. But if you'd like to do that, you can. Or if you'd like to begin attuning to your sword, you can.
Okay, after I've written down that passage, I'm gonna, I guess, keep the journal with me until I can completely...
Okay.
That way I can just burn it after a few nights. And then I'm gonna attune to the sword.
Alright, so. Everybody, you are safe for the night. Is there anything else anybody wants to do?
Is there any like materials like used to like board up like the walls around us?
The walls are stone.
They're stone? Okay.
Yeah, they're stone.
Trapdoor.
Any windows or anything?
Oh wait, did we cover the trapdoor up?
It was fairly well hidden in the first place. So, but if you'd like to spend some time to do that, I think we're good. I mean, it's like
maybe just to make sure that we didn't like leave a trail to it.
Sure, if you guys would like to go and
Scatter the hay.
both of you go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me. Or a stealth check. I'll let you pick.
I'll make a stealth.
Okay.
Go with stealth.
Yeah, I bet both of you would.
I got
9.
I had
that dice
27.
is good.
27.
Oh my god.
I'd say between the two of you, just kind of scattering the hay once again and just slow, like kind of almost putting a bale on top of the door as you close it. You'd say you guys pretty well did that. The rest of you do anything?
Are there any windows? I don't.
There are no windows down there.
Okay.
There's some shelves, but that's about
Where
it.
the
I'm
hell?
sorry.
Actually, a worm to an earth, or it's a window to an earthworm.
Yeah. Giant earthworm. I get my
Hey, you should see if
I
you
get
can
my
see any
I get my
slugs.
pet horse, a pet on
Oh,
the
yeah.
head, and then I just like fall on top of it and just sleep.
Okay, so you're going back up top to sleep with the horse.
Where?
Nah, I'll stay down. I'll just think about the horse.
Just checking.
In his dream.
You just see him
Lucid
with the
dream
pillow.
with the horse.
I'll sit on.
Already passed
I'll
out.
sit on Dewey's head.
Oh, you going on top too?
Yeah.
Lucid dream.
You're gonna go sleep with the horse?
I'm gonna
We're
sit
trying to
with
hide.
Dewey.
Just hold
Yeah.
dream
We're
sequence.
trying.
Oh,
to
we're trying to hide?
That's why
Okay.
we're down here. We're trying to hide.
And that's why we covered our
Oh.
It's you'll not realize that till just now.
Okay, let's just.
We
keep
are
switching
wanted
floors.
by it's sent by the sea.
He had too much to drink tonight.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
let's just stay down there.
You
Sorry.
did have scotch.
I'm
as
sorry.
everybody
No,
goes
I
to
gave it to
Yep.
her. I think
Let's
You know that meme with like the guy who wears yellow and he has a mask and he's laying on his bed and he has a picture that he's holding? It's like really old from a
That.
few years ago. It's kind of like that, and it's just like a drawing that I have of Marvis.
Okay, sure.
I imagine that if we're talking about memes, Gregory would be the Ben Affleck meme of like the.
So, with that being said, everybody can mark off a long rest. You are safe for the night.
Okay.
Oh, I needed that.
However,
For your phone.
Yeah.
You go to
as
the
you
sun
wake up,
bar.
who would be the first to wake up here?
Yeah.
Me.
Well, truthfully,
Rena
Rena.
technically.
Rena,
Rena,
realistically.
Rena would be. I would say, as the rest of you wake up, you see Rena, who has kind of lit the fire, has prepared some breakfast with the rations that she has, and is brewing tea.
That's for
But you also notice that in the chair with her, or next to her rather, sits Eris. As Eris kind of looks up, oh, you're all awake.
Oh, that. Wait, not that I mind, but why are you here?
Oh, well, I came to return the things that I took, and she reaches into her bag and pulls out the 2 amulets. They were cursed.
The whole thing happens again.
You watch as you take it.
I want to take.
I would definitely.
No,
like
you
to
would
have
take
mine
it.
back.
You take yours back? Yeah.
No, I'm taking
Take
mine
it.
back. I'm taking mine back.
Both of you take it. Dang it. They were cursed. Very simple thing. It's been undone. The amulets themselves seem to have small spirits bound to them that were to torture the minds and slowly drive them mad, whoever wore them. But after some further investigation, they proved to be very interesting. They seem to hide detection from any magical means.
Is it only for the person wearing it, or by?
Yes. just for
Okay,
the
I'm
person.
putting that right on.
Okay. However, it also seems to have a greater protection of sorts, though I have yet to see what it is, as I imagine it would take a demonstration to fully understand.
What do you mean by demonstration?
Use a fire attack on me. Use
She,
it. It's okay, guys. I'm not doing
She shoots.
I could show you.
it. Show me.
Alright. Where are your amulets?
Me.
And you watch as her fingers kind of come together, and you recognize a very powerful spell being cast at the moment. And as everything seems to ripple around her, you watch as Nastani freezes looking at her. You watch as the rest, it is just the 3 of you there. As you all look and you see as Eris takes a few steps forward. Let's double check. Yeah, okay. And for a good bit, this is what it does. If you notice, your compatriots are no longer with us. This crystal you have
Killed us all.
seems to originated from something without a concept of time. And there's a flash. And the rest of you snap back. Eris has moved several feet
broke the
forward
end.
without, almost instantaneously. If I were you, keep this between the 2 of you. Guard them well.
What?
Definitely gonna like tuck it under
Tokyo chain.
all the clothes I have.
Tugging him up.
Hey, don't show that. Don't show that.
Tuck it in your beard.
Hey, can you
Sure.
Diamond test this. Diamond. Is it real?
Diamond test?
Real fake.
I swear, real.
I have a feeling
Ice.
that those two amulets are a bit more of what they seem, and if you said that they were looking for something stolen, I have no doubt in my mind that those are what they were referring to. Obviously, these are very intricate artifacts. I would not lose them. But more importantly, if there was a set, who has the rest? If the advisory no longer does. What does Lady Guard feel about them?
I think that other team did.
Watch your backs. I'm going to sit and enjoy the silence of this room for a while.
Just wait until Chris wakes up.
Chris, you wake up.
What? What happened? Strawberry, are you okay? Okay, she's okay. Hey.
Hello, Chris.
You can get some tea from Renna. Wasn't that a lovely moment of silence?
What?
She nods. So, that being said, it is nightfall. As you kind of take a peek outside, the day has passed. You slept through, as intended, correct?
Mhm.
Through the concrete.
As you come up topside to the stables, peeking through the window, you see the full moon, golden in appearance, once again. What are you guys doing?
I guess we gotta sneak out, right?
Shoot it down.
Supposed to.
Let's hit the road.
On the road.
For where?
Oh, take our
Among
horses.
Us is the least
Sus.
stealthy.
That one.
No, I'm pretty stealthy.
That one right there.
Wait, let me check my stealth.
The
I actually
dwarf
got
with the
pretty
full
good
ring mail as he just.
stealth. I got +4 stealth.
Oh, you're so
I got
stealthy.
disadvantage.
I'm actually really stealthy.
Okay.
I assume I will be seeing you for a long time.
Where are you heading if you...
We are headed to Coley.
Coley? That's a bit out of my way.
We're
But
going to stop on the way in Cot.
Can you like
we ran. I ran into Daviri and Zinha and Niklaus at the tavern. I mentioned to Zinha about. I mentioned that you would know about my situation, and I figured he might like the information as well.
Wise. He is a good problem solver for this situation, especially when dealing with relations.
I figured so.
That being said, Cod is a bit disgusting, and so is Coley. It's a swamp town, and I kind of hate it. It's dirty. So, is there another place you're heading later down the line? Maybe?
Later down the line, I think we were going to head. Were we heading to Heliona after that?
Yeah, well,
I think so.
Yes, I believe we're going to Heliona next. And if we are headed elsewhere, like on the,
Umbrella?
we usually discuss after along the road which one we're going to next. I
No,
can
one or
always-
the other would be better. I'll be waiting in Aurelia.
Orella?
You'll find me there. If you need anything, though, you can call Murtaz.
This place sounds awesome.
If Sinha is able to help sort out our situation, would you be able to find me and let us know at the very least?
Me? It'll be
Oh.
very hard for me to find you, but I will certainly try.
Or Murtaz?
Oh, Murtaz.
I'm
Probably
asking
easier.
you because you're the one who helped us get out of it. Briefly.
Well, I must go discuss this with some others. Go have a few conversations with your father.
Aries,
I'm telling your father.
I know you're going to.
No, this is not up for discussion.
I know that.
The advisory is a big deal.
I know. Do you think that it would be wise for me to share the full truth with my friends?
Well, you're all in the same puddle, so
Yes?
yes.
Okay.
Well, what do you mean by the whole truth?
The full truth.
No. Not that truth. I thought you were talking about the advisory stuff. I was like, if you haven't told them about the advisory, tell them.
No, we all know
I'm
the.
talking about it right now.
No. Full truth.
That's a Murtaz question. Anyway,
I said I'm.
got to go. Disappears.
Oh, I want.
Bye.
I wanted a hug.
Do not try and hug Aries.
Hug the mist while you still can.
This is a danger to try and hug Xavier.
Right. Don't go.
So we gotta figure out the sneakiest way out of here.
I have.
So, I'm going to give the last of Grigory's sneaky potions.
Potion of sneaky.
Wait, how sneaky are you?
And can you give me the blue potion?
I thought he had like.
No.
I want the blue potion.
I want it.
I want to take a swing at the blue.
It's
potion.
like
I want to get that
magic
chug
it's like
of
magic
juice.
protection.
Okay.
Amulet?
Blue potion.
What amulet?
Oh, I was just
Gotta get that slurp juice.
Okay, so you guys leaving?
Yeah, I want to take a sip of the slug juice.
Yeah.
Scouting it out or what?
Yeah. Scout out, yeah.
Wait, how stealthy are you?
Alright, so as everybody
No.
kind of leaves, heading topside towards the
You're not.
stables, I assume you guys take your mounts, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Is
taking Dooley.
anybody scouting this out? Or you guys
Stripey.
all
I
together?
definitely want
We'll stand out as Stripey.
I guess we'll send Icarus to go check out, see what's going on up there.
Okay. So Icarus, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Sure. Ah. 13
13. Icarus, as you
plus 8.
come around towards the entrance to Pluto Hole, the long kind of tunnel that is kind of lined with guards. You see several figures closer out towards the darkness. Make a perception check for me.
12.
12. Hard to make out any discerning features, but these figures seem to kind of be moving about. And you don't know quite if it's the natural changing of the guard, if they're simply just moving around this fortification. But it's a good couple 100 feet away. However, as you're kind of alone scouting this out, you hear a voice behind you. Excuse me. And you turn around and see black and gold armor, kind of dark golden cloak, as you recognize one of the Praetorian.
Oh. Am I?
Let's go, baby.
Hang on.
Let's go, baby.
Hey, what up, pretty mama?
Let's go, baby girl.
I thought it was her.
I guess that'd be too much, like, after the fact. I can't, like, put in that, like, we've got our banners tucked, can I?
We've had them tucked away since
No,
we.
not lately.
Lately, they've
I have
been
them on
out.
my back.
Is
They have?
sort of what we said. Well,
No, I don't.
I mean, we never necessarily said that
We
we
never
took them
said that
out,
we
but
put them
in our,
back out.
Yeah,
in
we
our
never did
interactions
say.
with other people, like, other people have already said they're out, and we didn't really correct it, so,
You didn't correct me.
yeah.
I remember you saying that they had their banners, but we never did have ours.
Gotta show off the house
We'll definitely said that someone saw our banners, and we never corrected it, so that's
Okay.
the position we're in.
I don't know.
And so now, being in that position, I can't say that we talked to them before we left, can I?
Not at this point.
Okay, so then can I? I'm gonna have to try to do that right now.
Okay.
Like
So
as
just-
I'm turning around,
like,
just
as you
kinda,
turn
like,
around,
slide
like sliding the belt.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
24.
Oh my
That 20 comes to 24.
Damn.
That dice is so.
It's pretty
Well,
good.
except when it just gave me a 5.
See the Praetorian.
You still got like a 13.
I'm looking for some individuals suspicious of nature, suspected of treason, and most importantly, threatening the peace between all of our great countries. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
There's been a lot of strange things going around in this town. I can tell you I have not heard anyone talking about threatening peace or anything of the sort.
You know, we have heard that it's actually multiple groups that seem to have been attempting to cause almost a terrorist-like organization. And I couldn't help but notice your uniform. You were part of the old guard, were you not?
I was for the end of the war.
So, what rank did you hold? Might I inquire?
DM Will, can you help me out here? I never wrote anything about that.
You would have been one of the Praetorians.
Okay.
The Royal Guard, yeah.
This was about 2 decades ago, but at the time I was a Praetorian.
For an Arakakra, that is a while, is it not? Many years for you have passed. The blink of an eye, one might say. I should not need to remind you, but the Sovereign is doing his best to maintain what thin strands of order remain.
I'm sure.
So,
As I told you, I witnessed the end of the war, and I know how it ended, and how close the countries are to another one.
so I'll ask one more time. What do you know about difficulties beneath Pluto Hall?
I don't know anything about people starting a terrorist organization.
Make a deception check. Still hiding the truth.
I know it is. I always try so hard to not lie.
I mean, yeah.
It's not technically a lie, but you are.
A lie of omission is still a lie.
You just like telling the
And
truth.
quoted.
Why you gotta throw me under the bus like that?
I'm just saying.
Why do you got it? Like, you all fun and games,
Why
and then
you
just
got it?
every now and then you just throw in that oddball of like.
Oh my god!
It's that one.
That one, for real.
Straight up, yep.
Oh my god. What's your deception?
It's +4, but it doesn't matter when you roll a 1.
Yeah, if it's a natural one or a
It could
natural
be
20,
+14 and it wouldn't matter.
You
Natural
see
one
the
will
Praetorian's
hit.
arms kind of drop to his side, hand on the hilt of his sword, as he kind of looks you up and down.
We might have.
We're gonna have to fight this guy?
Arakokra, a bit of a rare race down in Hross, so that means you can only come from a few places. Chimia, Basilica. Let's see, Praetorians, Basilica, Arakokra.
We're gonna have to fight this guy?
Who do I know there? Nico? Does that name ring a bell?
Should it?
What was his father's name? Vestis?
That name I think I have heard.
Well, quite a famous blacksmith, isn't he? If I'm remembering correctly.
That may be.
Now,
You understand, I've been traveling for many years since I left Cilicia.
well, regardless of relation or not, you kind of see the eyes quickly sharpen back towards you. I would be careful meddling and lying, as only the Sovereign knows what could happen to people who betray his rulership, and especially their loved ones.
And then I want to take that.
Pray for it.
I wouldn't take that personally.
Point well made, sir.
So, would you like to retry? Or shall I simply move on and report what I have heard?
Alright. It's a bit of a long story, so bear with me, but I, somewhat by accident, it wasn't a goal of mine, but myself and a few others became enrolled in this race, this champion's pursuit, and in the course of it, for the sake of mostly self-preservation, made a shaky alliance with a group, a pair, really, with hats and loud weapons.
They're wanted in a.
We discovered, as we proceeded towards our first task in Ravenhelm, that they had a bad history already, and particularly in that city. We parted ways with them almost immediately out of that city, but I believe it's possible that that may be who you're looking for.
Make a deception check with advantage.
Come on, man, come on.
Yes, I am shamelessly framing Silas and Azuki. Sorry about it.
Isabella, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry.
Sorry about it, but I feel like you would do the same.
Woo!
Okay.
Nat 20.
It's a nat 20.
Plus what?
For what, deception?
Yep.
Plus 4.
What a 180.
Right.
You can only do 2.
It's really hit or miss over here.
Much appreciated. We will look into the matter. But don't forget that I won't forget this encounter.
Is it a problem that we worked with them for a time? We didn't know what they had done.
Your secret's safe with me.
Thank you, Praetor.
Likewise. Move along. You kind of see he turns back and makes his way towards the inner city.
Yours.
Hey,
What an
Chris.
adventure.
How's it looking out there?
Terrorist organization get out yet?
So, Will, since I have traveled, this is kind of my country, and I've
Yeah.
traveled through Pluterhold
Mhm.
plenty of times, would I know if there is a less sketchy way to get out of here?
Well, there's two. They're extremely dangerous and hard to get through,
Especially with mounts.
especially with mounts,
Can't do that.
other than the main entrance. And that would be either to go topside or go down and try to find your way through the cave systems.
We'll make our own cave.
We don't want to go back down.
I'd say just as common knowledge, that would be it. And
What was on the top side?
Yeah.
topside, it's a large, flat, open area that has a problem with, from what you've heard, wyverns and dragons.
Sounds awesome.
Also, mounts are not allowed to the streets,
Yeah.
so
Mm.
The entrance is
it's
kind of
hard
along the
to
way.
Who says?
be suburban through the city.
Do we need them?
Who'll
Yes.
Yeah.
We're in a race.
Who'll stop me from
How
being
fast can you run
Faster
I can
than
fly.
How fast can you fly?
Not fast.
across the country?
Wait, how far?
This is a
Holding me takes like.
Um,
Do we
I
go
can even hold you.
through the...
I don't know how he was able to hold.
He didn't
yes.
hold
But
you,
first,
he fell.
everybody hide your banners.
done.
I want to show off the half squat.
half squat. Half
If you
squat.
want to be an idiot and die, sure.
Okay.
Did
Half
Icarus
squat,
tell us about
idiot.
his encounter?
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm hiding.
Okay, wow.
There may be some wisdom in splitting up and maybe trying to get through the gates in pairs or something of the like.
I think I got the best idea.
I think I'm going to ride on a mount and just go.
Uh,
If we're going in pairs, okay, if we're going in pairs, we kind of have to anyway because we have 2 minutes.
Let's hear man, man.
Me and Wiggum can hop on our little horses, and we can bolt on out and take the attention. Or not really attention, but like, we can like talk them up. Or not talk them up, not like that, but like, me and Wiggum got
Hey,
this.
what
Like, we
up,
can
pretty
talk
good?
to them.
Yeah, we got him. We got him.
Sure.
Icarus,
I
what?
want to join you.
You two go on ahead and chat up the guards.
Let's go.
Gonna
And
Gonna
then
go
you
too.
guys slip on by.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh yeah, actually.
Let's do it.
I got
They be
good stuff.
looking
I
down
got
the
So
whole
we
time.
have
And
the
then how are you
zebra
gonna
and
get
2
out?
death birds.
It's
trying to
worth
sneak
mentioning. It's not like
past.
this is an empty passageway. People are coming and going
I'm
wait,
is there other mounts for
There's
a
no like
wagon?
shack
Yeah,
or
let's
anything,
blend
it's
into
just
the
walk.
crowd. We
There's
got
a
an
check
owl and
at the
instead
gate.
of a tall lizard man.
And there was a check when you guys entered, and you presume that there's a check when you leave to know who is gone and come through.
I say we just try to make the check.
Invest in a cart, and we all get in the cart and go.
How much do they know? I don't
Yeah.
know.
They didn't
Yeah.
recognize
He might not have
Yeah,
filled in
that's
the
true.
report in time, so we could, if we get there faster,
I'd
probably.
say if
I
we
guess-
get to the check, they don't let us through.
We test Wiggum to
We
see if
go.
they recognize him.
Yeah, they ain't knowing little guys.
Just hit the
We all look
gas.
Let's
one-
do that.
No one's seen my face. Or Wiggum's.
There's that much.
Damn.
Alright, let's
Do me like that.
merge the two
With
plans.
the little guy.
And the two of you just nonchalantly blend with the crowd and try to make it through first, see what they're asking about, and if they let us through without problem, then all the better.
Sounds like a plan.
What will the
Deal.
rest of us do?
Follow. And then if they stop them, we go.
I'm going to get on Marvis.
Get out at all costs.
Even with a fight?
It's okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's do
Away
it.
we go.
Oh, that was the wrong one. I said the wrong one earlier. That's
Team
so
F
I was
squad.
gonna say, I was like,
One, two, three.
Marvis is our mount and Yuri is yours.
so embarrassing.
You know what? Maybe you're just making sure you're bonded with
Minus
both.
two
You don't want to be
affection.
favoritism.
Yeah, I'm bonding with both of them. That's why I said Marvis earlier.
Not Urina. We're not showing
This is where you
favorites
wink
here.
at the camera.
Evan. Evan. High school.
So we wait for the call. What should the call be?
I think
I think I
we'll
can.
kind of find our spot in
Papaya.
line, and if they get through, we're good. And if they don't
We
get through,
did
that's
give-
the signal.
We did give our team name and our own names.
High squad.
Okay.
I've got.
High squad. Agree. 1, 2, 3.
High squad.
I give a fake name.
You did give me a fake name, didn't you?
I
We
say
can make
go
secret
out
identities.
As what we came in as.
It's getting meta.
My name is Wiggum, the king-sized.
This one was Kronos, wasn't it?
You did say
So-
Kronos.
That sounds fun.
So you guys are going up in pairs. What is the first pair to go?
It's Wiggum and
Wiggum
Wiggum and Daryl.
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 A lot of callbacks.
Dare Owl.
Wandale.
I think
The Dare Owl.
Daryl.
I
So,
I get
Blessed.
just Ness as mine.
Huh?
Ness. I just said Ness.
Who am I paired up with?
yeah, what are the pairs here?
I think you're alone, actually.
Yeah. We're kind.
Because if those two are paired, and then those two are on one bird, and me and Rena are on another bird.
I'm just in my own world. I'm just.
Whoa,
You're
you
on
and Stripey, you
Stripey.
in it.
I'm with Starpy. No horse. No. I won't take the horse. I'll just go about
You,
You have
no,
to-
we're leaving. You want
You
to
have
take
to take
the
Wait,
horse.
what?
Yes,
I thought I was hopping
leaving
in
the city
line.
now.
We're
Yeah.
yes, there's
Line
a line
to
to get
leave.
to leave.
To
I
leave
thought
the
you weren't
city.
allowed to take them.
You can take them out. You can't take
Okay.
them
You can't take them into the city. We're
Okay.
leaving the city.
Alright,
We're
guys.
like
Oh,
at the outskirts.
I'll take Stripey.
Can you take my horse too?
You should have your.
You
You
have
have
your
to be
horse
on
with
your.
you.
Oh,
you have to be
my
on your
bad,
mount.
guys.
We're
My
leaving town.
So,
I'm just on 2 horses.
He's
Split.
large enough. He has one leg on each.
Who's that French guy with
I
some
do have
frogs?
+7
Yeah.
acrobatics.
No, but like he has a miniature
Alright,
horse.
so-
here.
so enough horse talk. Enough
Enough horse.
I ruined the chance to say it. Anyway, so the two of you get in line with your horses respectively.
Respect.
And
Horse
as
and pug.
you kind of
Horse.
wait for a second.
Okay.
There's a few people in front of you, but
Yeah.
eventually you come up and you see what appears to be a member of the Cross Guard and their kind of blue guard, and a Praetorian. And as you get closer and closer, the Cross Guard kind of stops you and says, "Halt. Name, reason for being in the city."
Wiggum, the king-sized. Get some.
Get some.
Oh shit. That's it.
That's all you said. You came in to get
That's
some.
it.
Hi there, I'm Jimbo.
You see your horse kind of look up for a second. Looks at the list. Now, when you guys came in,
Oh gosh.
originally, you would have stated
your actual purpose for being here.
Oh, we're team half squad. Oh.
Kind of looks at the list. I don't see these names.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was like my
That's our
second
name.
personality. My name is Daryl.
Daryl.
Yes.
And you were in the city because
The Champions
Pursuit.
Pursuit.
all right, you're free to go. You.
Wiggum. Fun side.
Understandable.
And I'm here.
Assumed.
I'm here for the champion's pursuit. Yeah.
Good job.
You're far.
Good job, bud.
You're far in the back.
Yeah, stop.
Pursuit.
It's pronounced pursuit.
He stops for a second. The Praetorian kind of holds up his hand to you.
Oh.
I duck under it.
Run!
A kind of tall dragonborn woman. Excuse me.
Don't.
Stop.
It's good.
Were you perchance within the mines recently?
Oh, me?
You're there.
No, you already passed.
Oh.
Seems they separated you guys.
I wonder why.
Mines?
Oh, the mines where the Champion's Pursuit was taking place. Did you partake in that, or?
Like
Did
the
you go out?
event? like the event? Like the actual event of like joining the champion's pursuit.
He's gone.
Did you go to the mines?
What is that?
I skipped the line.
I'm way behind
I,
you.
Come on,
I just don't know. I literally don't know. Is that where the champion's pursuit
The
started?
champion's pursuit is a race.
Are you asking me?
Do you know what's happening right
Make a
now?
deception check. Or persuasion.
Persuasion.
Probably you're genuinely
Deception?
confused.
Put it past it.
I'm just gonna be like, what? Yeah, I'm gonna say what?
Deception.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh
I'm
god.
so glad that I'm far behind in line right now.
I got a 7.
Oh my gosh.
So you don't know about the Champion's Pursuit and yet?
No, I know the champion's pursuit. Wait a sec. I
He
know
has
about the
dementia.
I know about the champion's pursuit. I'm on a team.
What team?
Team half squad, baby.
Team half squad, baby.
Team hand squad.
Excellent. And this team? You were down in the mines. Did you partake in the pursuit elsewhere as you were to get a trophy from, I believe I've heard it was an elemental?
Yes.
What elemental did you get the trophy from if you are leaving?
I got from a fire elemental? Yeah, fire.
Oh, did you see this one underground?
What? In mines?
No.
Make a deception
But in the mines, nah, it was in the
0.
0.
Oh.
No.
Well, I don't believe they're topside. So you must have been underground.
No.
So why'd you ask?
No. Just
No.
deny.
This is painful.
No.
Would you be so
No.
kind as to step off your mount?
Getting arrested.
TSA.
I plead the fifth.
I stepped down.
You guys can't see, but you're watching the situation as you see that he's kind of stepping down, arms up. Jesus Christ. And you see that as, would you be so kind as to line up against the wall here?
And
They
my,
can-
me and,
are they
me
gonna
and my
execute
Would
horse.
you be so kind as to do that?
Sure.
Just you.
Oh. Okay.
As they set him off to the
Okay.
side, and she kind of,
Oh no.
and you see as 2 other Praetorians kind of step from the shadows of the underside of the arch here.
I'm gonna wink at both of them.
Hey, that's mine.
And you watch
So
as
he
one of the
blinks.
Praetorians, arms up.
Can I, from the middle of the line, just be like,
"Oh, he's
what's
gonna
the
be a
holdup up there? We've got places to be.
You hear the voice shout,
Silence!
I want to start opera singing.
huh?
Do the voice.
You're off in the distance. You can offer sing if you want.
Wait, can I skip the line?
Okay,
Are
What's
they
up?
familiar? Are the voices familiar?
This one vaguely, yeah.
Can I do a deception check and skip the line and try to convince him not to hit my
We'll get to that, but right now, you raise your hands. You're about to be strip searched.
Keegan, if they find your necklace,
We're
So
done.
you were shot immediately.
Nice.
You have you hid the necklace in your beard.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I want you to make a sleight of
Pulls out
hand
the
check.
12 gauge.
Oh my god.
He's done for.
Oh,
Sacrificial lamb.
For the country.
6.
Oh my gosh.
That's guard 1.
Oh.
Guard 2. So the first guard kind of comes up, kind of pats down your shoulders, kind of starts removing your weapons, starts setting them off to the side, takes your gear. The other one starts searching through your bag. So
Whoa. What you looking at back there?
we're just going through your things, making sure that you have only things that belong to you.
Trust me, I got it all.
You got a 6.
Yeah. Please don't touch my beard.
I'll say you guys see them doing this to little guy.
How many guards? Can I cut the line?
You see currently 3 Praetorians at the top, and the walls are I'd say have maybe about anywhere from 12 to about 30 Hrothgar kind of patrol.
Wait.
The Hrothgar themselves don't seem to be paying attention at all, but
Just
the
fireball.
Praetorians are very focused on what they're doing right now.
Dang, man.
I'll give the opportunity for somebody to try something here.
Let me try.
Oh,
I want to
no.
try to deceive.
All right, what are you trying
Hold
to
on.
Wait, I know.
He's my Uncle Ronnie. Okay, he doesn't know where he is. He's drunk right now. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He heard the guy in front of him, and then he started saying the exact same thing. Let me just get him out of the way. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Please let me explain all of this. He wasn't in the champions. He wasn't part of any of that.
Champion.
Make a deception check with advantage because you're helping.
Oh my god. Wait, no.
Just
It's
just
only
say-
him.
Or both
What
of
is
you.
your deception?
No.
I
Just
don't
lying
know.
about that. He's my uncle.
What's your?
Oh, my deception. Deception's -2, but we're gonna have to.
please.
Got advantage. You beat something.
20!
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's 20. -2, which is 18.
2.
That's pretty good.
Ronnie.
Pretty good. That's the
Best-
best I can do.
you can't do any better.
The best.
You see the Dragonborn kind of look up at you
So, Mom, I'm just gonna
as the eyes kind of flick from you to him.
Ronnie.
She's really selling it over there.
Please forgive my uncle. I'm so sorry for this misunderstanding.
Jenny, is that you?
You see her. Fine. Move along.
Thank you.
Pick up your stuff, old man. Keep going.
Thank you,
Can
doctor.
I see
You're
if
welcome.
Urina will hold my amulet in her mouth.
You trying to like put it in there? Make an animal handling check.
I'm going to. Do I see what he's doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. Hold on, let me look at it real quick.
Are you guys at the back of the line? or-
Yes, we're at the back of the line. It's verbal and somatic.
Wait, am I out of here? Am I able
Oh, yeah,
to
Yeah, the two of you? Or
Oh,
two
both of us?
I also,
Yeah.
Let's go!
because you usually
We can
drive.
cover the
Team
camera.
Half Squad made it.
So,
Half squat's half there.
so because I'm a passenger on the bird. I'm kind of hiding behind Darrow
Yeah.
as I'm like doing this.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Sure enough.
cast it.
I'll say you can quietly cast it yourself.
All right. And I'm gonna speak to Urina and be like, we need to hide this so we can get out safely, and then you can hunt.
Make a persuasion
If
check.
you're a good girl, we can hunt.
Persuasion. What was your animal handling?
It was 10.
Okay.
Persuasion 9.
9.
Wait.
9. No.
Urina.
No. Just the head kind of getting away from you, trying to put the thing in your mouth.
Novice. Can you be a good boy and do it?
Make a persuasion check.
How about for a Scooby snack?
Legally, hang on. Calm down.
Marvis snack.
15.
15. Marvis, you, the one you're riding, kind of looks
No.
over,
Stop.
and you kind of see careens his neck over and just bites it out of your hand, and then just snaps it shut, and then just kind of gives a subtle nod.
I'm gonna pet him.
Thank you. Thank you.
You see Marvis kind of haunching forward.
I'm gonna take Urina so that we're in front of those two.
Okay. All right. So, as you do,
Hang on. Ness.
Yes.
Okay, what's the play here? Should I tell them we were in the pursuit?
Well, we did tell them originally.
We did.
If
I
we-
was thinking I tell them that we were going to go hunt and then we saw the line and decided it would take too long and we would go to a different city.
You just see them back there.
I'll go with that.
Just staring. Just.
I will follow your lead and I'll open it. If you share that with Renna, I'll share it with Dara.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
So-
sharing, relaying information with you.
So, eventually, two groups of you start approaching. Who's going first? All right, Icarus. As you head forward, you see the guard with his checklist, and you see the head of the Dragonborn is kind of tilted down also, just kind of flipping through pages, the guard.
Would I be able also, by the way, to kind of cover the insignia of Cilicia?
Yeah, I'd say you kind of
Yeah.
quickly
Wrap it up a little
yeah,
bit.
wrap it up. The robes are still the same color scheme, but the insignia is hidden now. That being said, the guard kind of looks at the Frostguard. Name and reason for being in the city and why you're leaving.
Kronos Youngblood.
Right.
I was here with the foreigners in the Champions Pursuit, but
Okay.
there was too long of a line to get into the tunnels, so we decided we would go to a different city to get a trophy there and then come back when there's less people here.
Make a deception check with advantage.
22.
22. Okay. All right. So, the guard. Okay. Kind of looks over and you see the hand of the Dragonborn kind of hold. And as she kind of looks up, her eyes meet yours for a second. And you recognize a face you have not seen in a very long, long time. Silver scales, these dark, deep silver eyes. As you recognize, this is Kia, one of your old party members. And as she looks at you, there is a very brief recognition, knowing exactly who you are. And as she
Oh, I gave a fake name too. Oops.
she knows who you are.
Mm-hmm. Which means she knows I'm lying to them.
She looks at you. She looks at the clipboard. They're fine. Move along. By the way, those of you traveling, and she kind of says this outward towards the group, expect this to be the normal procedure through towns from now on, especially the larger cities. I should make that clear before any of you head off to any of the bigger ones, such as Orela. Next.
Understood. Thank you very much.
She does not look back at you.
Are we next?
You guys are next. As you walk forward. Who's doing the talking?
How's it going?
You see the car just, it's been a long day. Midnight and I'm tired.
Sorry to hear that.
Name, reason for being here, reason for leaving.
Darrow,
Okay.
we're with the Champions Pursuit.
Alright.
Ness. The other half of the Forerunners.
Yep.
Reason for leaving?
Yeah,
Well,
lines are too long.
figured we'd wait for them to die down, so we're going to another place.
Okay, well.
Probably getting a lot of those.
So he kind of takes a sidestep, kind of looking over at the Dragonborn, and you see that she is completely phased out. Just staring blankly forward, and then just kind of gestures for you guys to move on.
I hope your night doesn't get longer.
Oh, one can only hope. So,
Yeah.
heading out.
Same.
You all have regrouped here at the crossroads. What's the next step? Made it past the barricade.
So,
We should probably
Dance
split up.
party.
you guys going to Coley as well?
Sing opera, come on.
Or are you going somewhere else? Might be best to split up anyway.
What is y'all's plan?
Trying to get a full squat.
We're not fully there yet. In due time.
Classic Wicca.
You always knew how to brighten the mood.
So, is this where you guys departure?
I think it is.
So,
Till we meet again.
Till we meet again. Can I have my sword back though?
You just said at the end of the race, which ends in 1 round.
Fine.
Unless you want it back. I've already tuned to it.
You'll have to make a deposit.
3 billion gold.
As I hug each one of them,
It was a pleasure meeting all of you
Tight
guys.
hug.
almost breaking their bones.
She's-
I'd like a strength check.
do you want to do a contested strength check with Rena?
That would be fun. Yeah.
Sure.
Let me see.
You wanna
I'll
roll
give
for
you a
that?
very
for sure.
aggressive high five.
Icarus is unresponsive to all, for the record. He is shook right now.
Wasn't the only one.
I go up to each of them and get them.
You're good, my guy. You are good.
Dap all of us up.
So,
Intricate
Rena
handshake with
got
everybody.
4 on the strength check.
Yeah, I got 20.
yeah, you squeeze Rena and just kind of
7 points.
kind of as you pop her back.
I get up to him, I stare him down, I give him a hug. I start crying, I lift him up, and I go, "You're a good man. Never forget that."
Are you doing this to Darrow?
Yeah.
Darrow's not that much shorter than you.
Nah,
Okay.
Nah, he just did it.
I get on my tippy toes just in case.
I think we all cast fireball.
Well,
As
I
I
have magic
grab my
missiles.
hammer.
safe travels and don't die.
Goodbye.
One can
It's
only
been
hope.
fun.
Bye. It has been fun.
Hopefully we can do it again sometime.
For sure.
So,
By the way, if you encounter any trouble, don't let them know anything about what happened.
You know what? On that note, take this necklace. Take the necklace.
Oh, I'm taking the necklace out of Marcus's mouth after we
Yeah.
made a good distance away from the gate and giving it back
Yeah,
to Icarus.
take
It's
my
fine.
necklace.
So I'm gonna give the blue bottle to him.
Also,
As I
I,
chug it,
know what the
I'm
bottle
gonna
is.
chug it. I'm gonna chug it.
Don't.
you pop the cork. It smells awful.
Oh no.
That doesn't faze me.
also,
Constitution saving
What does
throw.
it smell like?
It smells almost akin to that of decomposing flesh.
I had a feeling.
As I drink it, I'm gonna drink it.
I'm gonna be sick.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
He dies instantly.
you want my obsidian sword?
Oh.
You don't want my obsidian sword? Okay, that's yours.
That's yours.
Okay. I also have
Oh,
the daggers that I
12?
got from the
12.
government
I
guys.
thought
You
were
watch
saying
as
one
Wiggum
gold.
takes a swig and immediately begins
yeah.
to vomit everything he's had for the past few days.
Also,
As just takes a minute of just like belching, vomiting everything. You're glad you took the amulet at this point before he
I-
gets
I go
his beard is sopping wet.
I go to Icarus. I walk up slowly towards him. I hit him on the shoulder, and I look up at him, and I go, "Here." And I hand him my 1 gold. And I go, "Take this for the road. Don't forget." And then I slip it down his shirt.
down his shoulder.
Still
I would like to walk up-
unresponsive.
I would like to walk up
Still, it's
to
just
Darrow.
on.
And you know what?
I want to walk up to Darrow and be like, "It's the money that we made from our performance. and I want to give him the one copy.
We're leaving nothing behind.
And then one last
A
thing.
single
It's
tear.
funny because that's the real life experience.
Dries it up with the cup.
And then one last thing. I'd like to give up my grappling hook. Yes, it's you.
You're very kind. Nice one.
I hug her with my
There's like tears going down.
It's okay.
All right.
I'm just like going like that.
So with that, Nastani, do you have the amulet now?
Oh, I
We
thought
continue?
I was giving Icarus's amulet to him.
You gave his,
Well, who
but
has mine?
yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
gave,
has
he gave
it.
you yours.
I guess
Or
I'm gonna.
his.
I will take it.
You can pass
for
it
now.
around after a while.
I'll hold on to it, I guess.
Are you putting it on, or just like putting in a pocket, or what?
I'm gonna put it on just so it doesn't fall off at least during travel, and then we can divvy up later.
So with that, team half squat, you mount up and head off in your separate direction. Further across the way past Polluter Hall, closer to Toftun. And the rest of you, the Forerunners, watch. But as a few minutes pass,
Oh no.
beginning to mount up, Icarus and Astani, both of you pushing yourself up onto Irina and Marvis. You notice that Darrow and Rena have not, as they're still looking in the distance. Marvis and Irina do not react to your touch. And as you look up, the moon is almost overwhelming. Full, bright gold. And that's when you start to hear the screaming. And that's where we're going to end tonight's game.
You what?
So, that's where we're going to end tonight's game. We're going to pick up next time. Hopefully, everybody will be feeling better. Thank you so much, Team Half Squat, for being a part of the show.
Pleasure.
Half
Squat. You have to half squat.
Everybody,
Good.
Team.
Half
Half squat.
Squat. So thank you guys so much for being on the show. Of course, you guys are welcome
Pleasure.
back anytime. Hope to see you guys again soon. I think that's about it for tonight. We're all tired and ready to hit the bed, but stay tuned for
What's up?
next week's exciting episode.
Very exciting.
Woohoo!
Bye.
Good night. Good night.
Mwah.